Hello, hello, hello. How's it going there, Alex? How's it going there, FS Gamer? How are you guys? All right, so I started work on this a little bit last night. So I wanted a mobile crane, as there are many a time when I need to recover stuff. And so just a little bit of outlining work on this. So there's gonna be a mobile crane, and so did a little bit of work on this. Worked pretty well so far. I'll kind of spawn it up. We'll show you what we're working with here. So these will be the outriggers. Pretty simple there. And then the crane extends and goes up. And it also has a rotor on it, so we can rotate. So this will be for when the inevitable, unfortunate tip something over, need to crane it up comes into play. We can have this. So this will be a good tool to have. So I'll be able to drive from the cab here. Works pretty well so far. So it has no drive mechanisms or anything in that. So we'll throw an engine in there. We'll throw a transmission in there. Probably build some of that stuff from scratch at least. But we'll use some parts from tutorials. And then that will be goob. But this should work well to be able to do recoveries and stuff. So we'll go ahead and get working on this. Alright, so let's see where we're at here. I'm currently, let's see, we're going right to there. Let's go here instead. So this is, let's see. Right, what am I using for that? Up, down. So up, down is 4. We'll go 4. Go ahead and we will do an up, down counter. I have an up, down counter on my thing here. Let's go. Enabled 0 to, I don't know, let's see. Do we want to go past 45? Probably. Let's say 0.75. We'll leave a quarter off on that. Do threshold 1. -1. -1. Alright, and then that will go to pitch. And let's see, that's linear track. Let's go ahead and we'll grab that. AD is our, what's my rotor? No, rotor is, shit, I'm trying to think how I'm going to have to do this. I want to be able to do this with the, I don't want WS for the extension, so I'll put extension on something else. That's fine. AD is going to be steering, so we'll do left, right. Okay, so this will be left, right here. So left, right. This is gonna change here. This will be 3. I need to finish up my submarine for Big Man's Challenge. I've got a couple days left on that. Let's see, what do I want to do in that? Yeah, we'll do this, and then we'll do 0.1 on that. Go there, output. Rotation. Alright, there we go. So the rotation there is pitch. We're going to need extension here, so I'm probably going to do, let's say, 1, 2 maybe. Yeah, so we'll change the way this works. Actually, this will work like this, fine. So we'll go ahead and we will do... let's see. Do an up-down counter on that. We'll change that up. Gripper brake. Okay, let's go ahead. Do up-down counter. So this will be increment will be 0.1. Enabled negative 0.1, 0.1. We'll do 1, 2, I think, on this. There's 1. There'll be 2. Right, and then we'll do an OR. We'll do a bool. So it'll be is it XY? Did I do XY? Yep, okay, XY. Not X or Y. We'll reset the linear track. If this is 0, that will put on the gripper brake. Linear track that. So that's extension, that is rotation, that is pitch. And then I'll be able to use the rest for actually driving this bad John. So, all right, good. I'm doing well there, Lucky7. How are you? Copy that, Citrus. All right, good. So that is, give this a quick looky-loo here. So 1 is extend, push, retract, push. All right, let's see. Up, down is pitch. Could be reset 100%. Left, right is going to be reset 100%. I think, is that how I did it? Shit. Let me look at it real quick. Left, right is this one here. No. Okay, so that's fine. So that's left, right. All right. So left, right is going to be... Yeah, that's fine. Reset 100% on that will work. Let's run that real fast. Make sure everything still works all right. Okay, so that's screwed up. I gotta fix that. They all friggin' screwed up. Extension works. Extension retraction works. How did I screw the other ones up? Oh, I never plugged them in. That's why. Okay. Never plugged them in. I took them off this, so. I forgot they weren't initially plugged in that way, so. Right, there we go. That's there. Why this isn't working, why the up-down's not working, I don't know, so I gotta fix that. Extension retraction works. All right, so up, down, the pitch is still screwed up, so let's look at it. Let's go into pitch here, rotation target there, off of pitch. All right, let's look. Where you screwed up there, pitch. Pitch should be 4. Did we configure that right? Reset 100%. Just checking the numbers here. Okay. Yeah, pitch is reset 100%. What the frig? Probably just too small of an increment. Try that. Nope. Let's just see what signal it's sending. I don't think I can even even see where the I can't see where those are turning. Can I get in there enough to see what it's doing? No. Okay. Let's get rid of that trim. Okay, trim's fixed. All right, let's see. What the hell is it doing here? So we have seats going in. Channel 4 should be up, down. Up, down. 1. Not plugged in. How the hell did I not plug that in? Jesus Christ. I forgot to plug that in. That will do it. Okay. Let's test that. Then we need to do outriggers. Alright, so the increment was fine. I screwed with it because I didn't plug it in. So we'll fix the increment. That should work fine. Alright. Make sure that increment's alright. There we go. It's good speed. Rotation's a little bit on the fast end here. Alright, good. Let's get the rotation fixed where I want it. Rotation. Rotation speed. Alright, rotation speed's in there. That's fixed. That's half of what it was. That all works out fine. Alright, good. Let's go ahead. I kind of want the, I don't know if I want steering wheel seat. We'll go with this one for now. I don't want to change it. Alright, let's work on the outriggers. Thank you there, Lucky 7. Put a stanchion in the middle. Problem is I can't really plug into there. But yeah, I can't cut this to put in a plug-in, so I have to do duals maybe. I don't want to do duals though. We'll figure something out here. Alright, let's see. What do I want to do? Let's work on these. So let's go ahead and for now, we'll do 6. I don't know if I'll change it later. Potentially. Okay. 0.001 enabled 1. Magals. This one will be supports. Supports. All right, good. All right, let's grab these. So that's going to go to the supports, and then what's going to happen is when we press 6, 6 is going to go down. It's going to release the hard points and energize the magals. Let's test that out. We'll hook that Johnny up. Here's supports. Should lock us in nicely. we want release, release, energize, 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 release, release. Good. Let's test that out. I gotta make sure the seat is set. It should be set to toggle default, but we'll check it. Supports. Okay. All right, let's give that a quick click, and see how we do. All right, let's press 6. A little bit slow. Probably go double the speed of that. I don't know why it grabbed funky the first time, but that should be good and stable now, so we can rotate. Picks us up off the ground, which it should. Let's check out 75% here, so it can't go 75%, so I need to see where we can go to. Essentially going to go till we stop getting phantom physics here. I'm just kind of limited by these, so jump out of here in an effective manner. We can check these out. I want to see where these are at. The pistons are at. Those are still good. They're 0.47. So let's go right to. Try to see where those are going to be. Jump out the window, you jackass. There we go. Alright, so that's not bad. I like that. That's pretty good for height. Can't really get in there to look at the height, so I need to put a dial so I can read it. The pivots are in here. They're buried in there. There we go. I get it. 0.5. Okay. So let's go ahead. We'll limit this to 0.5 instead of 0.75 right here. 0.5. Okay, that's going to fix that. That works. Lovely. All right, good. So we have supports. We have rotor. We have, what else? We have pretty much most of the crane stuff that I need. I need support arm, but figure out where I want to put this extension on there. Could do it there. Could make it part of this, I guess. Yeah, I'll make it part of this, I guess. Nah, it's gonna be funky as hell. I'm trying to lock this up, but I'm trying to make it look reasonable as well. Because this is all track segment, I can't put it there. Theoretically, I could cut it in here, but that would have to be stick off the bumper. Could have it stick off the bumper. That's not the end of the world to do. Not a huge fan of that. And I'll say. Okay. Be one too many there. Okay, so that's funky. We don't want to do that. Let's see. That's too close now. Piss and crap. All right, let's go like. Let's see. Let's go like this. Okay, and then we want a. wondering if I could get this to look reasonable if I pulled it out. Probably not, so we'll just do a regular square. I do loathe this. We have that on there, but okay. There we go. All right, and then all right, that is the lock for that. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Let's put a little detailing in the sides here, and then we can start working on the engine at some point. Semiometry, please. Semiometry. I'll check chat in a second, guys. Been kind of grooving. Let's see, 11. We want 6. All right, a little bit of detail there. Nice. Get some of that chat here. Citrus had some taco. I had some pizza. It was delightful. I had meatball and jalapeno pizza. Oh, very nice. Yeah, that's the nice thing is when you have a lot of inspiration. Sucks when you don't. When you kind of have like writer's block and you can't figure out what the hell you want to make. It's kind of shitty. But when you have some good ideas, it's always fun. All right, nice. So we have supports in. We have a little bit of decorazione. That's good. Let's see. We'll take some of the harshness off of this. There we go. Drop the harshness off of that. We need to throw an engine in here. Get it powered up and moving. Nice thing I like about these construction or commercial type of builds is, you know, they can look boxy. You know, you don't have to make them too underboxy, you know. So this window's gonna get replaced with a XML angled one at some point. All right, let's see. Two. Okay, good. We can stick over. We're not going to stick over on these because they will go to. Let's fix these. Here are the supports. They'll go to negative 0.25. Just do negative 0.2. All right, that'll fix the supports. The supports aren't sticking out. You have to worry about the mirrors now, because that will stick up more. So, see what the mirrors look like. This might be an absolute pain in the arse to do mirrors correctly, but we'll see. Can't stick out too much, so. Put them in cab, which would be kind of cool. Let's go. Let's cut that. Let's get rid of symmetry. Symmetry is the demon when we do mirrors. Okay. Actual mirror blocks would be really nice to see. Alright, let's check. Let's see if we can actually see those at all and see if they're useful. We do see over the boom while we're in the driving position, so that's not too bad. Let's do, where's Occupado? Occupado is there. Let's check that. Don't want it to be functional. I want to be able to see what the hell I'm looking at here. Alright, so those go right in the way. They're pretty good, though. I can see. They're just in the way. Yeah, they're just in the way. I can't see that one at all, you know, so... Could put them and just put them in the cab somewhere. But I do like them, it's just they're going to be blocked, so... This one's useless to me. Let's see, get rid of that. Get rid of this one. Alright, good, so that's good to see. Alright, let's not do paint yet because this is currently pristine white, and I'm going to end up blacking out everything in the interior in a little bit anyway, so we'll wait on that. Let's go ahead and grab an absolute ton of weight blocks here. What do we got? 45, 58, something like that, and change. There's 6 grand. Let's... what's the motor gonna need to be? We'll say 3 tall on the motor, so we'll leave a little bit of space here. I'll block it in here too. We'll see what we look like. Symmetry needs to come back on. Right up to 60, 664, good low center of gravity, nice. I start banging a motor in here. Gonna be really low geared, so. What's that? 1, 2, 3, 6, so. Go up another layer if I need to, but shouldn't need to at the moment. This is a 12 cylinder. Should be plenty, I think. Belt drive, where the hell are you at there, son? There you are. Alright, belt drive. Okay, we'll do a flywheel on this bad John. Alright, nice. Let's go klooch. I might throw the 10 speed in there, we'll see. See what I want to do with the transmission. Alternator. Starter. Okay, that's good there. Yeah, I'll figure out the gear ratios on this a little bit. That should probably be plenty of engine there. See how I want this drive shaft to go. Could put it right under transfer case. Figure that out in a little bit. Alright, good. So that's started. Let's go ahead and save this. Alright, we will grab the modular engine tutorial. Micro right here. Doesn't need a lot of gears, but we'll see. I don't really need a truck transmission in here, so I'm probably not going to put it in there. I'll probably just modify what I had. for the transmission tutorial, I'll just drop the gears because I don't want this going fast. This isn't supposed to be a truck, so. Alright, let's see. Transmission tutorial. What the hell? Let's see. This is the new one. It's got to be the new one here. Yeah, it's the new one. All right. That is the new tutorial. So that goes there. Let's merge that sucker in. Let's get plug in here. So we've got battery. None yet. Put a little bit of extra stink in here for battery. Don't really need it, but we'll put a little bit of dummy battery in here. Oh, screw it. Why am I doing big batteries? Let's do small batteries. Do 2 for redundancy's sake. Alternators. Radiator fan will come when I put that in there. Starter will go there. Coolant pump we'll put in a little bit. Let's see. Air manifolds, I gotta stick all that in. All right, we're getting there. Let's go. Engine and seat. All right, good. That'll change. It will end up being panel, but I'll change it up. Let's see what I want it for this. So. Running 6 off that for the starter. Let's go ahead and I will make 3 supports for now. And I'll change this to a panel later, or a key. Okay. So you are seat. You are, that's going to screw up with up, down. So I'll probably put in manual tap. Yeah, I'm trying to think what I want to do. To engine micro, where the hell's that going? Did I not build that in properly? Where is this? Okay, transmission. That's probably from the next tutorial. Right, let's see. That is just going to be doing the 0 on the clutch. There's the clutch right here, so this will be right here, so. I forget what channel that's reading out on, but I'll check it in a second here. Alright, it's off transmission. Let's see. Channel 25, okay. That's just telling my clutch when it needs to go to 0 when I stop. Alright, that goes there. Update that. We're good there. Alright, let's start building out some engine more. Alright, grab some tanks. I don't need that much fuel in this bad, Johnny, but we'll really lug it up and get a bunch of fuel put in here. Yeah, we're looking on CG, a little bit back, a couple blocks back maybe. Or right there, I think. One more forward. Right, come on, just sit there, you ding dong. Get in there, come on, son. There you go. All right, that's where we want it. All right, let's go. Fuel manifold, if I can click on it more than one time and actually get it coming. There we go. Let's go like that. Zing. All right, good. And then we'll do air underneath here, so we'll go. What am I in? I'm in the fuel tank. Okay, that's not gonna work. You suck. All right. That's starting to be annoying. That is okay. I can bring it back off the gearbox. All right, I can bring it back off the gearbox. Not an issue. We'll have it when it comes up off the gearbox. I'll do air. So that'll be somewhere under the floor here. So we'll go. Okay, let's see. All right. All right, nice. So that is now plumbed in for drives. Nice. The transmission will come back and probably grab into here, and then we'll pull air, so air can come in anywhere over here, so it doesn't really matter. Trying to think of how the impeller is going to sit. All right, so let's just stick an impeller in here in a second here. Do it right here is fine. Let's see what I want here. That's going to be T-piece enclosed right here. Right, there we go. Ugh, I can't see anything. All right, there we go. Impeller. Alright, fluid in, fluid out, perfection. Okay, good. Alright, we'll see what's... punch a hole in here somewhere, right there maybe? Random holes. Fewer random holes, please. Thank you. Alright. Put the air in from there. Come on, stop deleting random shit. There we go. Alright, so there's the air in. We've got the fuel in. We just need to do exhaust. Do exhaust on the other side, I'm thinking. Oh, it has to be low profile. So, do exhaust on this side. Trying to think of cooling manifold too. I gotta put that in at some point, so I'll put this under. Okay. Alright, there we go. So there's air and exhaust. Which one are you? You are air in, so that's going to be flipped. The other one's good. Okay. I think, how high can I go? 2? Okay, I can go up 2, so. Alright, so there's air in, there is air, what the hell? Why am I one off here? This one's one off. Alright, there we go. I gotta fix this one. Alright, that's fixed. Alright, so we've got air on that side, exhaust on this side. Nice and nice. Got fuel tanks here, so let's see if we can punch a filler in here. It's gotta be through here, but there it is. Alright. Alright, I'll do driver's side fill on that. Let's see what Chate is saying. Yes, pizza and tacos. Yep, that's, I've got a, I used some reference for this, but this, you know, they're pretty blocky as they are. Let me see what they have. I'll kind of see if I can find the model I was kind of using for inspiration here. Let's see. Kind of show you what I was looking at initially for this. Where's the one that I was looking at? Yeah. The blue, I don't know the brand. Kind of like this Terex. Yeah, that Terex there. It wasn't a Terex that I was looking at. Yes, here it is. This one here. This one is the Grues Francor. Yeah, kind of this general design. The smaller one was the one I was referencing, so it has kind of the fender wells that this one has. But let me see if I can find that. Like this one here. A little bit like this one. This one's bigger than mine's gonna be, but you know, I don't need it. I don't need to be too big of a beef cannon, so I want it to be reasonable. So I don't know what they have for real transmissions in there. I'm thinking I'm gonna probably wrap in just the normal. I'm gonna drop the ratios all the way down, I think. So let's see what. Find the tutorial. I gotta start thinking transmission, so we'll work on the tutorial, off the tutorial and see what that looks like. Alright, transmission tutorial. I have like a ton of tutorial stuff here. Alright, let's see. Transmission, medium truck, gearing. Yeah, I don't have any that are really recent. I'm trying to find the actual transmission file that I was working with here. I gotta grab it. I'll grab it off the video. I gotta just make sure I don't accidentally edit it, because that's a pain in the ace if I do that, if I accidentally edit that, so. Yeah, grab the link here. Gotta rename it or else I will screw it up. So here we go. Make a copy. Okay, there we go. So this is going to be self-propelled crane or mobile crane will do. Alright, there we go. Now I've got a fresh copy because if I make a change, that link, everybody's going to have a screwed up copy. So I want to make sure we don't do that. Alright, let's go ahead and start working on this. So I want this sucker to run low, low, low. So let's start banging in some here. So 3131, we'll start with that. Toward. We'll probably even run this one away again. So we'll run another, this one's going to be a static 3-1. So we'll run that. This one will be towards, okay, so that's 2701. And then we'll bang off this with a, let's see, we'll do a 5-9 maybe. That's 1501. That's where I want to be. Okay, good. So we're going to go 3-1, 3-1, and then this one's got to be 3-1 all the way through because it's my reverse on that. So we'll go 3-1 through there. 3-1 through there. Okay, that's good. And then we'll start walking this down. So, let's see, 9-5, we could do 1-2 maybe. There's a 13.5. All right, let's do 3, 3. Well, this one's got to stay 3, so we'll do one of the walks here. We'll do a 9-5. All right, now we'll do one of the walk downs. So we'll do, on this one, we'll do a 5-2 here maybe. 5-2. That should be up here, so we'll do that one on that. So that's a 5-2. 5-2. Let me go back. Got a bunch of these where I want them too. I don't want to move them, so let's see. Let's take these. I want to cut this one. This is a pain in the ass to cut those drop-down boxes. So. Okay, there we go. It's not too bad, actually. All right, let's do that. Stop that, you scum. All right, that will go there. That will go there. All right, so 18, 15, 13. Okay, I screwed this up. That was supposed to be a 9, and I put a 6, so that dicks that all up. All right, that's fine. We can move these around. Not the end of the world. I was wondering why that one was the way it was. It was because I did a 6 instead of a 9, so that's good. That right there. I don't want this thing to be fast, so. All right, good. So 15, 13, 12. All right, let's keep stepping them down. So we have 9-5. This one's going to be the same, and then a 1-2, essentially. So this will be a 5-2, 5-2. 3-1. 3-1. This one here will be a 1-2, 1-2. There's 11.25. Nice. Okay, good. So this one will be a 5-2. This one here will be, see, what do we do if we step at a 5-2 on this one? 5-2. 3-1. Then this one's going to be the 5-9. That's a 10.4. Okay, that's good. Yeah, we're not going to get that low like this. So we'll do 4 lows, and then so this one here, instead of being a 5-2, we'll do a 2-1. Okay, so we'll go 11-8. So this will be going into like a high range box on that. 3-1-5-9. That's good. All right, then it'll be a 5-2, 5-2, 2-1, 3-1, 1-2. 7-5. All right, so we'll run that out as that, and then if I need to move the whole ratios down, so this is the nice thing with this is If I want to move all of these ratios either down or up, I can't move them down anymore, but I can move them up. And that's because of this. If I wanted to move them down, I could with this one, but this one here is going to be away. Okay, so I could change the whole ratio. So like if these are way too low, I can use this one, make that less, and I will change all of them. So that's nice. All right, good. So let's put that off the side here, and we'll get working on putting those in. So that's 4 boxes. So we have away, 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 toward. Okay, good. All right, good. Let's go ahead. If I can remember these off the top of my head. I won't remember off the top of my head, but just do them the correct way with the chart. So chart is going to be 5-2 is default. 3-1 is going to be triggered on 1 and 2. All right, this one's going to be a 3-1 default. So 2-1 is going to be 5-6. All right, that one's just reverse. This one is going to be, let's see, 5-9 comes up 3, and 3 for 1-2. So we'll say that 1-2 is the secondary. So it's 2, 4, 6, 2, 4, and 6. All right, good. So that is now in. So you know what I need to program in on that. So that's nice. Let's go ahead and we'll get programming here. So this is going to be a 5-2. 3-1. It's going to be a 3-1, 2-1. 2-1. This one's going to be a 3-1 reverse. This one here is going to be a, we'll do 5-9, 2-1. All right, good. So those are all set. Let's go ahead and work the transmission. Transmisiones. Let's see. 6 speed mobile crane. Okay, 6 speed mobile crane. Let's go program these in. So, okay. Nice. All right, good. So let's start with, we need 1 and 2 for first gear. So 1, 2 for first gear. 5, 6 for second. 5, and then I need another one here. Let's do 1 reverse. I don't need multi-speed reverse on this one. 5, 6 on 2. Reverse is 3 right there. And then we have 2, 4, 6 for this one here. So 2, 4, 6 is 2, 4, and 6. And then reverse, I'm going to want to trigger 1 on reverse. We'll leave that. And then I do not want to trigger anything else. So that should be good for reverse. All right, good. Update that. Plug them in, plug them in. This goes to the transmission there. This one will go to G2, G4, G1, G3. What are you? Gear indicator, I don't really need. Let's see. Logic's gun. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, good. I think we got everything hooked up, do we? We got to hook these up, but clutch. Where are you at? Clutch. Klooch. Battery. I pulled the battery, so I need to put them back in. Let's see. On Simiotry. Simiotry's back on. Alright, there we go. Let's grab a battery to plug in. For the alternators, we've got fuel manifold. I'll do cooling in a minute. It's right there. Okay, air is going to be right here. I think we're goob. What's that? Radiator fan we'll do later. That's plugged in. I think RPS was plugged in. RPS right there. Okay, good. I think we're ready for a start here. Let me check this. So this isn't going to really work here with up-down. That's my pitch at the moment. So what we'll do is Not a huge fan of it, but we'll do 3-4 for now at least. So we'll do 3-4 in here for now. Okay. We'll do it for now at least. I might change this up. Maybe put a drive mode in or something so I can use both, but all right. Shit, on a shingle. I just put that in there, didn't I? 4-5, I guess. Shift up. Shift down. All right, shift down is in there. Shift up is there. Okay, so 3 and 4. 4 and 5, rather. 4 and 5. Okay, good. So that should work. Let's go give this a test run. All right, I need to play with this wheel here for steering. Shiza, I have too much crap in the way here. It's no good. Whatever, I'll cut it and I'll fix it. All right, let's go like that. All right, there we go. All right, let's grab some AD on this bad Johns for this. Where are we at? AD is going in the steering. All right, let's give this a run. See how we're going here. Crane's coming along nicely. Check chat in a second, guys. All right, let's listen. All right. Steering's backwards. Okay. All right, so that's first gear. Nice slow. Let's do go up. There's second. Probably one of my steering's backwards, so it's already funking me up here. It's very slow as well, so I gotta fix that. But all right, probably much lower than it needs to be. Something is, the pulsing's not working right. Here, clicking. I'm gonna fix this in a second, but all right, let's get the steering dealt with here. Why is that backwards? Why is steering backwards here? So if steering's backwards, I'm just gonna nuke that for now. Okay, let's get rid of that. It's a wheel. Come on, man. Oh, it's port. I screwed up and rotated the wrong friggin' tire. Meant to rotate the other one. This one, always port. That should be rotated, and I rotated the wrong one. All right, that's fine. Yeah, we'll do it. No, I did that the other day, I think. Okay. All right, that'll fix the steering. All right, we need much faster steering on this, so we'll go AD. We'll increase that. Well, I don't know why. Oh, because I was using it for the crane before, so that should be fine. Looks like the gear ratio is probably on the low end, so let's go ahead and we'll bring the hull ratios up. So I need to take 3. If I take 3 and I back it off a couple, let's see what it comes up with. So it's going to go from a 15 to a 10, a 13.5 to a 9, 12 to an 8, 11 to a 7.5. Well, I forget what that was. Let me see. 8 to a 5 and a 7.5 to a 5 and change. Okay. We'll run that. See if that's better. There we go. So that's first gear. Nice and controllable. Let's go up a gear. I don't want this thing overly fast, you know. It's going to be heavy. It's going to be not very good sight lines. I don't want to have this go too fast. We'll grip these tires up too. My construction vehicles all get like a 5 on them, so. We're actually probably going a pretty good speed right now. I'll check it in a second. All right, we're in top gear now. We're in 6, so we're going a good healthy travel speed here. So I think this is the ratio for us. You know, I went 2 ratios back, so it was a 3-1 in third box, and I went to a 2-1. That way, if I wanted to slow down, I could go right to a 5-2. If I still want to go faster, I could go, you know, to a 9-5. 9.532, 9.5. All right, good. So that's working well. Let's drag this back. Check some chat. Yeah, I'm not sure what they have in real life. Yeah, there's really no point in big battery. I always use the smalls. Pretty much for everything, I use the smalls. How's it going there, 50? Yep, easy to make a transmission. Not too much to make it a crane. Yeah, I might add rear steer, but I don't know if I necessarily want it. What I could do is do speed lockout rear steer. Might do that. I was thinking rear steer, but I might do a speed lockout rear steer where at a certain speed it locks it out. You'll see that a lot. Crab steer would be nice as well. Crab steer is helpful to get aligned. But I got a good reach on this, so. Alright, so in first gear, we're topping out around 6 meters per second, so 12 miles an hour, not bad. I'm also going uphill here, so. My engine's having some issues. I don't know why my engine's having a bunch of issues. Could be the impeller going post. We'll see. Yeah, I'm thinking that's what's happening. I think the impeller is going post. It doesn't like it. Let's just get up to full speed here and I'll see where we're at. Gear ratios are very close to one another. I might have to space them a little bit. There's 18 miles an hour. See where we're at here. There's about 23 miles an hour. Okay, yeah, so I might space these out a little bit more. That's not bad, though. This thing is not, it should not be friggin' zooming. Let's see where we're at here. 13. meters per second, so we're doing 30 something. Yeah, so 40 is the absolute max I want this thing going. All right, and then we'll downshift real quick here. Here's reverse. I don't have any brake on this. We'll get brakes once these supports go down. I meant to double the speed of the supports. I don't have the unlock on there, so that's not going to work. All right, good. So working well so far. All right, let's see. Let's go down to 10% on the steering. I'll do like 12, I think. All right, let's see. Let me get rid of this. Okay. We'll do that. Let's see. We want up down is going to be reset 100%. It's going to be shift. Okay, that's back to shift. Might put all the crane parts on actual controls. I haven't decided yet how I want to do that. Kind of interesting to do. Check this engine microcontroller out here. What are we going to? 15. Let's go 20 on there. Give it a little bit more grunt. I might go point. Let's see. P-value. Let's go up a little higher because we have a flywheel on there. So need it to act up a little bit. Start working on panels, I think, because that's going to influence how I set this up. So. See how I want to set this up here. You know what I'm going to do? This is what I'm going to do. Leave those in for now. So what's going to happen is in driving mode, it's going to use some of the same controls. And then once the... Do we have a mag-all connect? I think we do. Right here. Yeah, so if the mag-alls are connected... What is that for us? Okay. So where's the crane? Right here. So here we go. So we'll put a switch box through this, I think. Let's see. Do I need to add an extra one? Not really. Yeah, so let's do this. Let's, when we... Okay, let's do this. Seat mode switch. Seat. I could do it in each one, though. I don't need the mode switcher here. Let's go ahead and kill that. Let's do it in here. All right. We'll take the seat. That's the shifter. We'll go ahead and we will do... Composite switch box. Hook, please. Thank you. So if this is read 6, 6 will be the support. So when I put the supports down, it's going to disconnect all the driving stuff. So this is the crane. So when I put down 6, it's going to switch us over to the seat on this one. All right. It's 3, goddammit. 3 supports. I gotta fix that. I changed it a couple times, so I keep forgetting. That's good. What are you there, guy? Alright, so when I go 3 on this one, let's see, read number, read on off 3 on this one. What I'll do is I'll switch the what I'll do here is I want to make the alternator run the engine, or I want to make the alternator control run the engine so that when I switch to crane mode, the engine turns into a generator. So that's what I want. So whatever the pit is here. And then this here is 2, that goes there, this goes here. Okay. So that will work like that, and then this will click that one there. Bingo, bango, bongos. All right, so that will, when I switch over, the alternator will now run this. Now, this p-value might be too high for that, so we'll have to tune this in. It's likely too high. It's probably going to rev the engine to shit, but we'll deal with that. So when I do that, it will automatically switch the engine over to a generator. Just because I don't need to drive anymore. And when it does that, I want to make sure we're in neutral. So let's see. Instead of doing it here locally, what we'll do is do it in the transmission. So what we'll do here is all right, so if this is clicked, that will zero that out. So that will neutralize the gearbox when we go into when the sports come down. All right, good. That will work out nicely. Let's go ahead, and for now, the trigger is going to be park brake. Toggle there. Let's go ahead and grab you. Where you at there, guy? The hell is it? On the right here. It's so confusing with where all the crap is. All right, there we go. All right, so let's see if this works. You check all this stuff, make sure that my crane is back to the old standard. So I want AD rotation. So let's see, where's rotation AD? No, I want it at 3. 3 is fine. Pitch is gonna be 4 is up down. That's good. That's still gonna be 1 and 2. That's fine. Actually, make that. You know what? I want to make that. I want to go back and make that. I can't do WS. All right, that's fine. 1, 2's fine there. All right, let's see if that works for me. All right, so we'll drive around a little bit. I need to do one more thing here, so I'm just gonna do a quick toggle, and then I'll add it to panels later. All right, here we go. All right, here we go. So now we're shifting normally. Have that higher p-value on there for the flywheel. Might just yeah, I'll do probably a speed regulated rear steer, so it'll round steer up to a certain speed. Sounds like it's oscillating again. I have to check. That's most likely, I would say, the supercharger causing that problem. The way I have it breathing, so I gotta fix that. All right, so anyway, let's stop here. So park brakes on. Put down the supports. Those need to be sped up. All right, so that's set. We're all stabilized, and then so we should be hooked over. I shouldn't be able to control my engine. Now I should be able to disconnect this. All right, and now instead of shifting up down, we'll work the crane up and down. The rotor works. All right, we're at max pitch on the arm. We can then extend. So this is one of those things that'll get stuck time, you know, now and again. So you gotta just kind of move it. It's the same linear track problem you always have. So gotta kind of wiggle it a little bit, just a little bit. All right, we'll do a lift test on this at some point. Let me read some chat here. Two 5x5 radiators flowing 106 would be enough to cool a 5x5 cylinder in 90% efficiency. My test was, I did a 4-cylinder 3x3 at 10 RPS pushing a large electric generator. I needed between 3 and 4 5x5s running at 100 something plus to keep that cool. So 5x5 is probably going to need more, I would think. All right, so that's pretty good reach. I'm happy with the height of it. You know, again, mainly this is going to be used to just pick shit up that, you know, vehicles that I run off the road. You know, maybe a container to put on something, but pretty good there. So this is working pretty well here. Is your arm going down? No. Okay. All right, good. So I'm happy with this so far. This is running well. I like the switching thing. It auto switches when I put the supports down because that's when you want it to. All right, let's do a little paint here. Get some. Let's save it real quick. Mobile crane. Okay. Let's get some paint on this bad Johnny. Okay. Make sure I'm not coloring shit in here that I don't want to. I don't want that. Damn you, bucket. Damn you to hell, bucket. Alright, let's go into there. Let's go. Go with this black. Shit, I didn't have symmetry on. That's no good. Alright, that's annoying. Okay, let's see. Color that. I'll finish some of this up when I get the chance on the other side. All right. That 32 down, so let's see, let's do 30 off, so that'd be 35. 30 off of that. 188. Yeah, there you go. Let's see. I decide if I want those fenders to go all the way to the ground. Probably not. I'm not digging them all the way to the ground, so we'll probably go cut them out like that. We'll go one block lower on them. Yeah, maybe one block lower. It's a good compromise there. Let's see, what about that right there? Okay. Gotta be difficult to paint, huh, guy? There we go. All right, that's good there. Let's fix these fronts here. Okay, good. Grab the right color again. I'm dicking this up back here. Guess I'm getting it. Yeah, I'm getting it. It's... Nope, I'm not. What the fuck? Where did that color go? The right color, you scumbag. Come on. No way, that's the right same color. Yeah, see? Finally just swapped over. Get a pain in the ass here, guy. Alright. Alright, good. Coming along here. Fucking camera. I don't know if I want the fenders going down that far. I might have them level out here. I don't know. I kind of like the wraparounds though. Alright, we'll keep them wrapped around for now. Let's go ahead and this frickin' paintbrush. Paint bucket. Coloring shit I don't want colored. Alright, there we go. Colored all that I didn't want to color. I hate the bucket. I hate it with a passion. Go. All right. There we go. That's looking boss. I like that. That's looking pretty good there. Little pictorial here. Oh, nice. Let's read some chat here. Yes. Yeah, we'll do. I think we'll do a lift test here. We might go do a mission or something. Let me quickly check here. All right, let's go get. Let's grab this color. I think. Try axles. See if what I want these axles to look like. A little bit lighter on the axles, I think. Nah. Yeah, 2 wheel color on that one. Go this black here. Alright, but it's running pretty well, so made some good progress on the sucker. Alright, let's get rid of symmetry for a sec. Let's grab some cats. Where are we at here? Right here is exhaust. Okay, I put cooling in there at some point, but I will check this for a moment here. Okay. I think I'm gonna put it. Might as well. Where is it? I'll do this one here. Alright, so that one will be able to connect the magall. What are we not using on the seat anymore? 4 and 5, I don't think we're using, so we'll use those for right now. 4, 2s or track 4. This is going to be magall, toggle. Okay, 4. Crane magall, okay. Three supports. I'm using 4. 6 is still starter, so I'll have to use something else for now, but I will fix that. I guess WS could work it. Yeah, we can make WS work it. Alright, let's do that. Shit. I'm not going to have space in this. I'm going to have to just make it bigger. Alright. It's fine. Where is WS? WS not going to work really well because it's not, yeah, it's not going to work really well. Alright. Do some... Just leave that there for now and I'll screw with it later. Decide some things. Alright. For now, we will do... Cranes up. Winches up, rather. Winches down. I have another winch in the front that will just be a cable winch for rope anchors, and then this one will be the magall. So, all right, that's Goob. The hell number did I put in there? 4. 4, which is toggle. Okay, good. All right, let's give this a run here. I gotta pick something up, so let's go ahead and we will save this. All right, and we'll just grab a brick here. Let's see what the weight's going to be. Approximately the 6782. So there's 1,000 right there. Let's do 2,000. So there's almost 2,000. Let's go another rack on that. There's 2,000 pounds, or 2,000 kilograms rather, not pounds. Spawn that bitch. Let's get getting. See how it behaves. gonna be a dickhead, aren't you? Pain in the ass, you. What a pain in the ass. It's already being a pain in my ass. Frikin' frack there. Get off there, you. Get off there, you scoundrel. Alright, there we go. I gotta reset these so they're tilt properly. There we go. Alright, we're fixed. Get out of there, flashlight. Alright, yeah, Magall's not working. Piss! I didn't hook it up. Hate it when I don't do that. That's annoying. Alright, what was this left one here, I think? Right there. Alright, good. Learned my lesson from last time. Fuck off. Why is that Magall not working? Dirty rotten bitch. Where is it? There, it's right here. So I never hooked it up. That'll do it. Alright, there we go. Finally, take 6. Let's undo you there, scum. 3, let's get that out there. Let's get it up and out. 4, hey, look at there. We got one of light on there. Look at that. Yay. There we go. All right. Only takes 8 friggin' tries to get anything done. Okay. This fucking flashlight's going out the window. Get out of there. Get sick of seeing it. Sick of seeing the flashlight. It's really being obnoxious. All right. Alright, so there is 2,000 kilograms there. So make sure, put it through its paces, make sure it works. Not too shabby with 2,000 kilograms on there. I don't like the black on the bottom there. I might put pipe on there or something. Better accents or something. I haven't decided yet. I like the see-through crane arm. I've done that before. I like being able to see through it. That's not too bad. It's behaving really well. That's only 2,000 kilograms, but you notice it's not retracting itself, so the gripper brakes are working well. Let's take a screenshot of that. There we go. I didn't see the update yet. Is the update out, guys? Should be out, probably, I'd say. All right, let's go ahead and... so we're at max height. We're not. Okay, now we are. All right, we're at max height. So even though that's a lot of mass shaking, the supports are really holding us steady. The mass of the crane is very high as well. You know, the crane weighs almost 7,000 by itself, so that's really helpful. All right, let's bring this down. I didn't change the speed of these winches. It's actually not too bad, though. So that's not too shabby. Yeah, so this is working well. I'll swing this sucker around, see how much force it takes for that Magall to just say, no, thank you. But you notice I have enough reach. I can't put the crane up enough. You don't want that load ever to go. Shit, we don't want it reaching all the way up there. Let's go there. You don't want that load ever being on top of the crane so that it could fall on the crane. So, you know, I could suck in the end of that so that it's just over the bumpers, but it's not like it can go over the cab. But so that's max side pressure there, no problem. Not having any issues. Big counterweight's always helpful. You always want a big counterweight. That's helping to counteract whatever's out there on the long arm. Plus we have forward and rear counterweights that are nice and low for bumpers. I like the look of this like this, though. I might have to make some sort of, like, off-road... You know what'd be cool is, like, a construction hook lift based off this base of this body. Because, like, I really like the look of this cab backwards like this. So, like, if I did, like, a, construction hook lift for mining, that would be kind of cool. Let's get another pick like this. I like it the way it looks in the back here. Get some sort of picture here. There we go. But yeah, it's working well. So, having no issues with this. This is really grabbing. That's quite a bit of weight, you know. So, in my inevitable tipping shit over, having, you know, trucks and cars and everything else on their sides, this will help to get that fixed. So, let's bring in the boom, make sure that the boom comes in. It might protest. Seems like it may be protesting. We'll see. So, outworks. Okay, it just got stuck for a second. That's pretty normal. It's coming back in fine. Yep, sliding in fine. So, beautiful. So, no hang-ups. It's working well. Again, I do run high physics constantly, you know. You know, you would want it like this when you're doing lifting, because you figure you're pushing the entire front of the vehicle down into the ground. So in order to pick up the rear tires, you'd have to crush the whole front into the ground to get it to lift up. If you did it this way, you do it... I shouldn't be able to steer. No, WS doesn't cut out. If you do it this way, you figure your lever arm is long, and all that's keeping this on the ground is the actual mass of the body. So, you know, this isn't enough mass to tip it over, but the other way is more stable than this because you do have all that body acting as a counterweight, but you have the issue of essentially we'll rotate right off the tires, but, you know, our stabilizers are holding us anyway, so. But yeah, it works really well. Let's go down with it. But this should work well for recovery and the inevitable activity that I dump stuff on the ground. I tip stuff over. You know, this could work for loading containers on barges. For example, if I don't want, which I have container movers already, but, you know, for example, if I don't want to, if I have something that needs me to load a container, like if I made a little ship that can hold one container, you know, something like this could load it. And I'll put on a system so that this, essentially, like you see how it's hanging there, how it's almost hitting. What I'll do is make it so that it reads the winch position, and it doesn't allow it to actually go up any higher. So that'll be the max height that it will raise. But yeah, this works really well. And then once I switch this over to, you know, once I bring the supports up, it automatically goes over to driver mode. So, all right, so that's locked. Let's go 3, 6. Let's try this really quick. Let's put the supports back down. All right, so the supports are back down, and if let's bring the sound up. So I'm going to take off infinite electricity. It doesn't matter. I don't have anything hooked up. I can't test it right now, but what I need to do at some point is hook up and test. You know, like I said, is once this goes into crane mode, it will automatically switch the engine over to be a generator, and it will switch it over to be a generator, and the engine will just auto rev to maintain the power we need. So. Alright, my up-down's not working now for... My up-down's not working for shifting now, so I gotta work some kinks out of it, but it's working pretty well. You know, it's gonna get gripped up tires. My whole thought process on that is I'll do 5 on my construction vehicles because this only has 4 wheels. You know, like my semis get 2s because they have, you know, they have 10 wheels on most of my semis, so they only get gripped up to 2. You can hear the stuttering there. That's too high of a p-value. That needs to be tuned in. But, you know, the main thing for me was getting it so that it functionally works. Once it functionally works, I know that it's going to work. And we're in good shape, so. But it will have round steering, so the back wheels will turn opposite to the front wheels up to a certain speed, and then they'll automatically stop. Yeah, I may put in crab steer too. Crab steer, they both turn the same way, so you can translate sideways. It's all helpful stuff to get a little bit more maneuverability. Yeah. That held 2,000. A container's 1,400, so it had no problem lifting a whole container. The other thing I'll do too is I will make it so that the cables on there, on the end, are function buttons, so that I can hook on other contraptions, and the function buttons will control them. So do a bunch of paneling, but it's good to get this started. I want to check on the update, and then we'll go do some missions. But this is kind of in the toolbox. I got to hook up some things, but it's running. So once I hook up electricity, this is good to go, and we can actually use this in the event that, or the likely event that I tip something over. But all right, good. Let's go ahead and save this. So it is usable, which is where I wanted to get it today. All right. I'm going to quickly just check the update is out. Beautiful. All right, update's out. Looks like Neat Knot's got one of his pictures in there. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to read this as a weekly update. Oh, they put one of my pictures in there too. Very nice. I'll read this as a weekly update. And then I'm going to record it while I'm doing the live, and then I'll edit it later, and that will come out. Let me kill this musica. Ah, screw it. We'll leave the music on. And welcome back to the weekly update. This is the update for December 15th, 2023. Upcoming holiday updates. Dear Stormworkers, this is announcement week, with a new minor update planned for next week. Updates will continue as normal over the winter holiday, although we will close the office for a few days, so we may not make the Updates will continue as normal over the winter holiday, although we will close the office for a few days, so we may not make the interim announcement. And the first screenshot is by... Let's find Neat Knot's picture, which one he actually used on that. I believe it's Neat Knot's. He's been working on that tri-jet. I really like that tri-jet. Let's see. Where are we at there, Neat? Let's actually search for Neat. All right, there it is. All right, Neat Knot's right there. Neat Knot. All right, that one's good. Let's see. And the next screenshot is by. This one's easy to find, huh? It's mine. Me, Captain Cockerels. There we go. We have some really important fixes in the way, as well as really exciting major updates and progress on our new game. At the moment, we only talk about stuff as it releases, and this is because it makes it much easier for us to change what is in an update and when an update will release. It also helps avoid disappointment. No expectations can get built up before release if we don't hype it up too much beforehand. This strategy is aimed at minimizing release pressure and allowing the most focus to go to actual development. However, we are aware that different developers do stuff different ways. I will try to read these sentences again. With some doing something similar and others being very open. And the next screenshot is by... Let's find this one. I don't know this one, so we gotta find this one. I recognize Neat Knots and I recognize mine. Let's see. Some wealth glorification yacht. So let's see. Find that. Big old yachty. Big old yachty. There's mine. I love it that people put recycle on there and I end up getting in the weekly update. People. Oh, there we go. All right. Pengu. Pengu. Good. Pengu's in. What are your thoughts? What stuff would you like us... Jesus. What are your thoughts? What stuff would you like... What stuff would you like to see us do? That is... I knew the sentence didn't make sense when I read it and stopped. What are your thoughts? What stuff would you like to see us do? We should probably also do another live Q&A session in the new year. We look forward to your feedback. Please call back next week for the... Please come back next week. Please call back next week for the minor update. Much love, Stormworks developers. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. All right, good. So that's recorded. I can make that into a video later for those who may want to see it later. So there we go. I'll rate that one up. Do we look at these grouchy people in here? There we go. The useful fill right there. Very good. Very good. Yeah. Yeah, a couple nonsensical comments. All right, there we go. Put a comment, a positive comment there. All right, good. So looks like a good little announcement wiki poo here. Let's kind of tear it apart a little bit here. So there's a minor update next week. Curious what that's going to be. Probably some more bug fixes. You know, some of the big ones that are causing problems right now are fluid ports. It would not surprise me if that's what they focused on, trying to get... they've been doing a good job at trying to solidify the pressure update, and what we're going to have is kind of our final iteration of a lot of this pressure stuff, but it's taken time to balance, which is, you know, pretty normal. I'd rather them take the time, keep making changes to try to make it work and balance correctly, than to just arbitrarily just be like, oh, we got to be done. You know, we got to be done tinkering, because some people can't take 5 minutes to change something on their builds. I think it's better to make something work well long term. So a little bit of patience, I think, is helpful on that. So it wouldn't surprise me if that's some of the stuff they'd be tackling for next week. You know, we're talking December 22nd. So right before Christmas, they're going to take some days off. You know, which they should, as everybody should. So you know, we'll probably get that next announcement next week, and then we may get one after that. I don't know. Let's see, what is Christmas? Is Christmas Monday? 22 is Friday. 23, 20, yeah, Christmas is Monday. So let's see, 6, 7, 8, 9. So yeah, we might not get a break in announcements unless they're taking off all the way through New Year, but we'll see. Yep. So it says updates will continue normal over the winter holiday. They will close the office for a few days, so you know they might not make any sort hot fixes, anything like that. It might slow down, like we might come to announcement week around New Year's, and there's really not much there because they were on holiday like the rest of us. So they say they have some really important fixes in the way, so likely they are working on them, testing them, getting them out of the way. I would say that fluid ports are probably high on that list. A lot of people are struggling. One of the things that they haven't done a perfect job of, but it seems like they certainly acknowledge it, is that a lot of people get frustrated when they have to completely rebuild the systems on their vehicles. I talked about this a lot in my recent live streams of, if you're having overheating problems on your ship right now because it's raw water cooled, just shut the overheating off in the custom menu, because likely they're working on these things behind the scenes. They're trying to come up with a balance that works, and rebuilding your thing for every 2 weeks, yeah, that's frustrating, but it's also self-imposed. Just shut off overheating until we get a couple weeks here. Well, hopefully they get some of that stuff fixed and resolved. So really exciting major updates. I'm looking forward to them. Really, I love the major updates. Even if it's something that I don't use very much, it's new content, it's fun, something to try out. Like the oil update was a major update. I love the oil update. Excellent. Great way to make money. It gives me a reason to use my airplanes. One of the main reasons I use my airplanes now is I put my fuel pallet in it. I then fly that up to a place, and then I use some ground handling equipment to sell the fuel. So that is a lot of vehicles that I get to use because of that fuel update, the oil drilling update. So, that was a major update. We have 4 majors coming. So if you think about how much oil update has really added to the game, let's say that only 50% of them pertain to you, that's like getting 2 more of those level of updates. The pressurization, which I think is fantastic. Of course, rocky start, a lot of balancing to be done. Different people want different things, so the balance is never going to be perfect for each person, but pressurization was huge for me. I love building that big man submarine. The ability to actually build proper ballast tanks, it makes sense. Build proper airlocks, it makes sense. Have proper survival mechanics where you can suffocate, where you can fill the room with CO2. That was a major update. So we're supposed to be getting 4 of those next year, so that's really exciting. I want to hear progress in the new game. That's also cool. I think this is a sound policy. They talk about, we only talk about stuff as it releases. I think that's a sound policy. For example, I was, last week's update, the week before, they literally said that there were going to be 4 major updates in 2024, that the new game is not going to affect Stormworks, and that Stormworks is going to be around for a long time. That was pretty much almost verbatim, a little bit of paraphrase maybe of what they said. And literally a person was like, they just said the game's dead or it's not getting more updates. And it's like, it was the complete opposite of what they said. So I certainly don't begrudge them that they kind of hold some of these things up against their vest. If you think about it, they talked during the live stream for Space DLC, before that came out, that they had tried working on sales and they were unhappy with them and they might go back to them. Imagine if they hyped up the community with, oh, we're working on sales. That's all they would have had to say is, we're working on sales. And you would have had people pull their hair out when they were like, oh, sorry, guys, we're not happy with sales. We're going to put that on the back burner and we're going to go to something else. People would have pulled their hair out and, lit the place on fire. Instead, I think it's better, especially for this community, after a small number of people freaked out with the space DLC and pressure updates, and how they had to spend 1-2 days, maybe up to a month away from their game, and they threw a super duper tantrum. That it's better that they kind of until something is ready to drop, don't talk about it. Say something's coming, don't say what it is, because you imagine if you were making this update and you had 10 features in there and you realize that out of those 10 features, 3 of them were silly, didn't make any sense, just weren't great, they didn't work really well. So now your 10 features become 7. And then you say, oh, a couple of features, they need a little bit more work. For example, oil. We got a couple things for oil. We got the end connector and we got the oil spurting to tell us that it was doing like I think a month or so afterward. And so you can imagine, okay, well, 3 of those features are good features, but they're just not going to be ready. So we're going to take those off. So now you're down to 4 features. And you say, hey guys, we're releasing the oil update. It's going to have these awesome 4 features. If the community knew you started out with 10, they'd be pissed that, you know, you whittled it down. But, you know, that's how it happens naturally, right? You have all these features in mind. We do it ourselves with our own builds. You have all these features in mind. And then it gets cut down as you realize, oh, that's not a good feature. That just doesn't work. That's not ready. And you take them out of your build. You can imagine if you're building for a build challenge, you have all these grand ideas, and it gets whittled down to what's realistic. It's like a concept car, right? Concept car, a lot of cool features. It actually gets to the engineers. They're like, oh, none of this is going in there. And, you know, so it's better that they don't hype up the community because people take it as a promise if you say, hey, we're going to go ahead and we're going to try these things. And they say, you said you were going to make this. No, they didn't. They said they're going to try it. And, you know, people have proven that they can't catch on to the nuance. So it's better that they kind of don't even talk about the stuff until it's, like, done, ready. And then people will be excited for those 4 new things instead of being sad that they didn't get the other 6 things, you know. Yep, so that makes perfect sense to me. Yep, all this is their rationale. They don't, you know, they rationalize to us. They do care about, you know, trying to rationalize themselves to the community. I don't think they should bother. I think they should just be like, you know, we'll let you guys know more about it right before release, period. You know, I'm glad, you know, I'm kind of glad they talk about, you know, they kind of say why they do it there, but, like, they don't need to rationalize to us, you know. You know, I think their course with that is fine. All right, so that's a good looking update. I'm interested in seeing what we get next week for bug fixes, but it wouldn't surprise me if it's some of that cooling stuff, you know. All right, let's see. I'm just trying to catch up to chat. Just reading. All right, let's see. Get rid of the display cap. No test for lifting Triton. No, I'll do a heavier lift here in a second. Yeah, I think that's part of the reason why they make the wheels so slippery is so that you don't need differentials. I'd be all for differentials, but every bit of complexity they add, it makes the more transient player less able to even start. You know, it raises the floor, and I think there's a need and a desire and a balance and a fear that if they don't make the game approachable to enough people, that one, they won't get enough people to buy the game, and two, you know, again, how many times have I talked about it recently where you get somebody who they know very little about anything engineering, and then they immediately blame the game instead of, oh, I don't know X, Y, Z, it's my fault. Then people, you know, there are some people who rarely say, oh, it's my fault. And so, what the hell was that? We're way over on this. This is like 6 maybe. And so you add stuff like where people have to do, like, I would absolutely love it if I had to do timing on the cylinders of my engines. I would love that. A lot of people would absolutely lose their mind. They'd never be able to figure it out, and that's fine. So they have to come up with a balance, you know, and so, of course, I would like it more detailed and hardcore and a bunch of other things, but for a lot of people, that would be absolutely miserable. So, you know, at the end of the day, they kind of got to find a balance where they get a reasonable audience, where they have enough people buying the game that it stays profitable, you know? All right. That's got to be 6, at least 6. Not too bad, baby. That's a big old chonker there. That's a big old Pink Johnny there. I should put that on some merch. That's a big old... You know what? I'll take a picture of this and I'll make a merch. Nobody will buy it, but if somebody wants to buy it, I'd appreciate it. But it'll be this crane holding this pink block going. That's a big old Pink Johnny there. Try to get a good screenshot for this merch that I'll spend all day making that nobody will buy. Trying to think of best angle here. I think an overhead like that's good. Get a couple picks here. I don't really like that one, but the first one's all right. Here, well, you guys can join me in the endeavor here. All right, so that, yeah, you can see this thing holds everything. A little bit of tip, but the tip is because if I reset the if I reset those supports at work, the supports have hardpoint connectors, and that's why it's grabbing one set. So what it will end up doing, I think, is when the hard points are connected, that is when the magulls will connect, and that will stop this from doing a crooked, tilty bullshit. But as you can see, this is no problem, man. So that's the big old pink Johnny here. All right, here we can go ahead. Let me so let's do this. I'm just gonna save it as this. I'm not gonna screw it. Do that, and then I'm gonna go ahead and load the career build series save while I work on this real quick. All right, good. And we'll do this for fun here. All right, let's go. All right, let's go. I like to do this ink sketch, and then what I'll do is I'll go in with the contrast. The game doesn't have a contrast most of the time. So, like, if you contrast the game up, it looks a lot better as far as I'm concerned. So, like, there. So, let's see. I didn't layer, did I? I didn't layer. Shit and crap. Johnny is very long, though. Look at that. Mook. Look. Look at that pink Johnny. Color. Did I not switch the color? Thought I just... There we go. So why didn't it activate off the bat? It didn't activate. Why is it not activating? What is going on with this color? Why can't I color that in there? I get a little color in this. Why? There we go. There's my cursor. Look at that pink Johnny. That's good. All right. We'll do something with that at some point here. That'd be good to put on the official too. All right, good. Let's get out of there. All right, so we're in the career game. Let's read a little chat here, and I'll probably take a 2-second baño break. I might put on a couple. I wish, you know, what I need to do is set up. Let me see if I have the Tarkov playlist up. Need something to play while I'm, you know, use the facility here. So let's find myself here. Don't do other people's crap because I'm gonna have to get demonetized here. Let's see, shorts. I have to put them in a playlist, I think. But quick little rant on Star Citizen here was so one of the things that they did in Star Citizen that I loathe. Let's see if I can find it, and I'll show you why I'm against it. So let's see, Star Citizen grenades. All right, Star Citizen grenades. Let's see if they have an image that shows how miserable these are. So they do this thing that I absolutely loathe. This is like arcadey nonsense. You know, I get it. Different people want different things, but they'll do this arcadey stuff that I hate. And I'll show you. You know, I wanted to make a video on Star Citizen for this, but like if we open up this image here, if you can actually see it, it's gonna be tiny. But notice, see this arc? You have this frickin' that arc on that grenade. It's one of those arcade-ass games that shows you where it's gonna go. I could play like probably a couple seconds of this before it tries to demonetize my shit. So let's see. I'm trying to find them throwing a grenade, but I hate this because, you know, one of the great things with a game like Tarkov is it takes a lot of skill, and you have a lot of failures, and when you get something right, it feels really good. So, like, if you look at this here, just, we'll quiet this ding-dong down, but, like, watch what happens when he throws, okay, that one, like, see this? I hate this shit, like, here. Like, look at how much UI is here. There's UI here, there's UI here, UI here, UI all down here. You notice when he throws it, that's his ship. It shows on his HUD where his ship is, and then you see the grenade. I hate that crap, but they do this thing where, like, you get a grenade arc, and it will show you right where your grenade's gonna go, unless they changed it. But try to see. Let me see. Star Citizen grenade arc. See if it comes up with a video of it here. But, like, it's absolutely miserable because, like, you don't get any of that sense of actual achievement when you, like, throw a good grenade. In Tarkov, you do. So I'll play this video I made yesterday. It shows me throwing a grenade. It was a beautiful grenade. And the only reason why I get excited about it was because it's challenging to put a grenade right where you want because it doesn't cheat. You know, here's probably an arc grenade on this, but let's see if it throws an arc in a grenade here. But it shows this, like, immersion-breaking neon arc of where the grenade's going to go. So, of course, you could thread the needle and put the grenade through this tiny little window if you wanted. In Tarkov, you actually have to have the skill to be able to throw it through the window. And many times, you'll bounce it off the window, the grenade will come back at you and your teammate, and the two of you go running because you think you're going to kill yourselves. And I've died to friendly grenades. Friendlies have died to my grenades. And it gives you that little extra sense of, you know, accomplishment when you get a good grenade, and it gives you that sense of, you know, fear that throwing a grenade in the room is going to, you know, potentially get your ass killed. So I don't see the arcs in here right now, but here, I'll show you the video I was going to show you. So this was my, let me see if I can refresh it and have audio. It's being obnoxious. So, like, here, watch this. So there's no arc. I literally looked up to arc the grenade more, and it goes in that door like that. You know, it's like little mechanics like that. That's all skill-based. Like, I've missed so many grenades, and that was fun, and that was exciting because, like, this guy is, like, you look at him, he's 80 meters away, and I throw a grenade, huck it, and bounce it in the doorway from 80 meters away. So it felt good. If I had, like, a fake little arc on it where I could magic it where I wanted it, it takes all the skill out of it. And so, I don't know, mini rant there. But I was going to play that something just while I went to the bathroom here. But let me read some of this chat here, and then I'm going to go hit the head, and we'll get some missions done. All right, I'm just trying to catch up quickly. If I miss something, let me, just if you're trying to comment directly to me, just do at Captain Cockles. That way I see it. Sometimes it's hard for me to go through if you guys are talking to each other. If I miss something, just ping me with it. Creating a lot of stuff here. Yeah, I went with a classic W50 paint job. I just went with the blue. Yeah, a lot of people were just like crazy off the big. How's it going there, Sharp Spoonful? Good to see you. Yeah, they definitely need to do more testing. That was something I absolutely agree with that. They need to do more testing. If you listen to my video right after, it was, what was it? What a difference a day made. I spent more than half of the video just like essentially, talking about how the devs do these own goals, where if they would just cover their ass a little bit. I think one thing they should do with this game is they should always have one version rollback. I don't think they should do a Kerbal where there's 10 versions. No. They should do one version rollback. They should do current version, previous version. Oh, what we did today broke your game? Okay, fine. Or broke what you were working on? Fine. Roll back to the previous version. It's available in Steam. And, and then when the game goes to the next version, you're forced to move over. So if you just want to play, with what you're doing. Let's say that I had a build challenge, and the build challenge ends on a Friday, and I want to get the video out, and the devs make a change that's going to break half of the builds in the build challenge. I can say, all right, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to stay on the old version. I'm going to finish, recording the build challenge, and then next week I'll move over. So that's something I think they should do that would help. That way, eventually you have to drag people into the modern era where they come into the current version, but let them stay one version back. There are some people, for example, like some newer players who they don't even build, and it's understandable. They don't know much. They might not like building, but it is a building game. And they are like, oh, Steam's broken. Like, they'll say yesterday that Steam is broken. It's like, Steam hasn't been broken for weeks here, and instantly after they came out with one of the updates, they said Steam was broken on stream. I did a 10-minute fix. I fixed all my Steam tutorials in 10 minutes, and I put out the Steam tutorial of how to fix the pistons that they changed one thing. And in 10 minutes, you could fix your build. And so, I like them tinkering with it and getting it right. But, if that was something big, all you wanted, you came home from work today, all you wanted to do was run your Steam ship. You've been working on it all week. And all you want to do is run your Steam ship on your only day off. Your kids are going to wake up early on Saturday and bug you. You can just want to, Friday night, all you want to do is run your Steam ship. You can go back one version. It can run the way it was running. And then the next week, you can take the 10 minutes and you can spend and you can change it. I think that is perfectly reasonable. I think that's what the devs should do. That covers their ass. I think them doing experimental was something that was pretty obvious that they did afterward that the community was asking for. I think that was good. Make a lot of those changes experimental, get it pretty good there. Because the big, huge changes that make you completely have to redo your build, those suck if they come every week. So that's good for an experimental branch. You still had people complain that they were an experimental branch and that things are changing, and the devs were worried about this. If I were the devs, I'd say, hey, dude, you're an experimental branch. What do you expect? Like, get out of experimental branch if you don't want to experiment. I would be that blunt if I were them. And then, you're still going to have to do tweaks, but there'll be minor tweaks, like I had to do with the Steam pistons. It made sense for them to change from volume to pressure because everything's going to pressure, and this could lead to things like hydraulics, pneumatics. I'm glad they are moving to this way because there are a bunch of things they could add like new pneumatics and hydraulics. And it took me, like I said, 10 minutes to fix the build. I put out a tutorial so that those who either didn't want to do the testing or didn't have the experience or the knowledge to do that sort of testing and come up with a result could just watch a 5-minute tutorial and fix their stuff and make it work. So, I certainly understand that, though. Let me see. Why not a bigger block? I put a bigger block on there. How big you want that pink Johnny to be? Big old pink Johnny. There's no need for the line. What line? Oh, yes, yes. I see what you say. The arc, yeah. Yeah, like, let me see if I can get a... Here, let me pull up a Tarkov video. I don't have any... I do have a couple long ones here. Let me just grab something. And I'll show you. This is, like... I'm a huge stickler for small UI. Oh, this is a suspected cheater here. But, like, here, watch this. This is me running Tarkov. All right. I'll take Sooty off the screen so you can see how little UI there is. Look at all this obtrusive UI in Tarkov. All right, so this is Tarkov's UI. I have right here, I have my PMC is standing up. That's my stamina bar because I need to know my stamina while I'm running. So this is my leg stam. This is my arm stam. This is how much noise I'm making. That's the beta version of the game. I wish we could get rid of that in the raid that I was in. And then I have a little bit of ping up here. That's it. And this is incredibly immersive. Like, I've never had my heart beat out of my chest more than in Tarkov. Because this is what the UI is. All right? Let's see if I can find a standard Star Citizen, like, way too much UI. See if I find just a screenshot from the game. It's absolutely insanity how much UI there is. And, you know, I understand everybody has their own different, you know, idea of what immersion is. But for me, this is immersion. This is me feeling like I'm there because my real eyeballs would see just the world. You know, it wouldn't see a bunch of crap all over the place. And games like Star Citizen, I showed you guys just a second ago. I can't find a good pic of it. But it's like, there's literally crap all over the screen. And it's like, I know that I'm in a game the entire time. In Tarkov, not that I forget that I'm in a game, but like, I literally, like, you know, you feel like you're going to have a heart attack sometimes in Tarkov. Like, look at this. No UI. There's nothing. This guy right here, I think, was cheating. That's why I have this video. But, so there, I run to cover. All right, still no UI here. All right, and then, so I come back to hit him. Now, one thing you'll get in a lot of these games, this is why I think he's cheating. He's standing there, his gun's pointing over to the right. In Tarkov, your bullets go where your gun is pointing. His gun's going to the right. And he stopped. And, like, I went inside. He shouldn't have been looking for me because I just went inside. So, like, I run inside away from him, right? He stops hard. He sees me. Okay, that's fine. He sees me. He stops hard. I run inside to cover. He's still standing there. Now, he can see me through the wall, I think. He's got cheats on. And then I got killed. But, well, like, the other thing, too, is in Tarkov, there's no hit markers. There's no... It doesn't tell you if you kill somebody. Like, see how close I was to having a headshot to I just missed the headshot on him. Because I was using 9 mils, so it was really light on... it was E, I think? Yeah, E is the next frame. Like, that's the shot. So you see, I was close to his head. I hit him right here. Right there is where I hit him. So I just missed the headshot. He hits me, so I get suppressed. I hit right over the top of his head and blew a spark. Missed that one. I'm just trying to suppress him. Then I got killed. But, you know, there's no UI, and it's really immersive. When you have a ton of UI, it takes you out of the game, and it's just miserable as far as I'm concerned. Like, here, I'll show you another... Get all that, so...
It's just kind of unfortunate.
You see if I can find... like, right here, I'm sitting still, and this is the ranging on my scope because I just brought the scope up. I'm laying down, my sound, my stams. I've got the range up, which will disappear in like 10 seconds here. There we go. See, it's gone. Yeah. So if you stop moving in Tarkov, everything's gone except the ping and this. Literally everything's gone. Like that stamina bar goes away when you sit long enough. And so it's really immersive because there's nothing blocking your view. You feel like you're there. And so many games are like, oh, we'll put on a hit marker and we'll put this. And I get it, but it's like... And it doesn't tell you if you kill somebody. So like, here, I kill a scav. There's the scav I kill. I don't know. But you don't get a hit marker, so you don't know if you hit the person. That's all experience and skill. And you don't... up here, we got a wonton over here.
Grenade out.
You don't get a hit marker, and you don't get a kill notification. Like, a lot of games will tell you if you killed somebody. So, for example, in Tarkov, if I don't get a kill notification that tells me, hey, you killed that person, I still think they're alive. And I've had clips of myself where I've spent 30 minutes waiting to see if they were going to move. And I killed them 30 minutes ago because it was a 2-man group. He's probably covering his buddy's body, and I'm taking the long game and waiting. And I killed him earlier in the game. And so that's really a lot of excitement because you don't know, did I kill everybody or not? You know, you don't know if they're hurt or they're up or what. And that's really good immersion. And unfortunately, a lot of games, they do it easy mode. Like Star Citizen showed a recent video where essentially they, you know, they have wall hacks built into the game, which is, you know, miserable. Is you can, you know, whatever they say, oh, it's in the future. Yeah, so you have wall hacks. Why don't you just have an AI robot go fight for you at that point, you know? You know, give it some skill, but they're afraid that the floor comes up too much, and that's kind of the fear. You know, I talk about if they made the engine so complicated in this game, the floor would be so high that you couldn't get as many people to play. But let me see. I'll read some more chat here. Yeah, if you throw a grenade there's a 50% chance you kill yourself in Tarkov. The other thing too in Tarkov is when you go to throw the grenade, your gun is out of your hand. A lot of games, if you instantly click, you know, left click, it will instantly bring your gun back. Tarkov, no. Like I've died so many. I hate grenades because I've died so many times where if I had my gun out, I probably would have won. Instead, I went to my grenade and they just came around the corner and killed me. You know. So that's the other thing where it's a lot of good strategy, you know. We'll see you later, FS. How's it going, X-Horus? What's happening? How's it going? How's it going? How's it going, Aaron? I'm way behind on chat. I'm trying to catch you up here. Took a little break from... It's always good to take a break, you know. Especially you start getting like you can't think of things you want to build. It's good to take a break. My farming sim break was great to re-energize, and like I saw Pilot Houston's crane build, and I've been wanting to build a self-propelled crane like this for a long time, and I saw Pilot Houston's and it inspired me to build my own, you know, and I've been wanting one for a while, so that's kind of cool. Yep, so like Sharp Spoonful talking, or a public test version. I get that the average audience is, well, less than mature, but it allows for them to make, absolutely. You know, again, to give Tarkov a lot of credit, Nikita, the lead dev from Tarkov, does not give a shit. He doesn't care about your feelings. He doesn't care about what you want. It is not, Tarkov is not my game. Tarkov is Nikita's game. And Nikita lets you know that Tarkov is his game. And he lets you know that, hey, if you don't like the changes I made, maybe it's not the game for you. And I love that because Nikita is making the game that I like, but you know, he's taking the seat that, hey, it's my game. I'm building the game that I want, and if you want to play it, great. If you don't, that's fine too. And what happens is you get a coherent narrative, you get a coherent plan and design. It's not like, you know, and of course he does bend a little bit. He's like, oh, that's a good idea. He does take feedback. But at the end of the day, like, people are saying, like, oh, Tarkov's going to die. They put in the inertia mechanics. And Nikita's like, stop playing them, you know, essentially. And guess what? A bunch of those Call of Duty players, they left, and the game has never been more successful, you know. So it's like they need to stick to their guns. They need to come out with the public test version, say, we're going to do a public test of these new pressure mechanics, go into Steam, click on the betas, you know, click on beta 1, whatever the hell it's called. You know, this is going to be for testing. And then when people complain, oh, you know, I built my build in the test world, and now you changed something, can you change it back? Instead of them just ignoring it, they need to come out, no, dude, you're in the public test branch. A public test is for testing. If you didn't want to test, you shouldn't be in there. And they should be like this, you know, because, you know, frankly, a lot of these people need a slap and be like, dude, this is the test branch. If you don't want to be in here and test, like, I didn't want to test. I just was busy doing other things. I didn't feel like testing. And so I didn't do the experimental branch of Stormworks. It just didn't interest me at the time. And so I didn't do it. You know, if I went in there and built a bunch of stuff, you know, what right do I have to cry about it? Because I was warned, you know. Yep. Oh, Exorus didn't see the challenge. Yep, Citrus won, and Guarded Halo won, and then we have midnight tonight. I believe it's midnight tonight. Let me look. Midnight tonight, we have community voting for it. So if anyone has not voted for their favorite, please vote. It is going to be tomorrow. Yeah, it's midnight tonight. Midnight tonight, my time. So December 16th at midnight, which is the morning of Saturday. You know, 0500 Zulu. So it's closing tonight. So if you have yet to vote, please vote. Star Citizen using a UX from 2016-18 still, given what they're looking to accomplish this coming year. Expect the UI to get cleaned up. Yeah, I hope so. I hope they clean up a bunch of that stuff. You know, the problem with Star Citizen was Chris Roberts is a charlatan and a liar as far as I'm concerned. He knew, you know, he outright just lied to people and told them, like, he knew that the game wasn't coming out in 2016 right before the sales when he said it was. 17, 18, he did the same thing. Like, there's a reason they put him in the back burner. But, you know, one good point somebody made in Reddit, which is shock, this week actually about Stormworks was a lot of the old players who played Stormworks from the beginning, one of the reasons why they are, or some of them, let's put it that way, why some of them are disgruntled is anytime you start an early access game right at the beginning, you're listening to the hopes and dreams and the directions the devs think they would like to go. And just like, for example, we all start a building game, right? We think we want the build to do this, 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 and this. And then halfway through, we realize, okay, well, this isn't possible. I don't want to do this anymore. I found a better way to do this. I don't like the way that looks. I thought I would, but I don't. And so your build changes. And so the problem is when you start at an early access game early, you kind of get some of those thoughts locked in. And so that happened with me with Star Citizen was, you know, one of the things they used to sell to some of us was they said it was going to be a simulator. Well, I think simulator of flight simulator. I think that you actually have to get in the craft. You have to power on the ship like you would IRL. You have to click a bunch of buttons. You have to do breakers. You have to get the thing started up. Now the way it works in Star Citizen is you go in there, you press power on all, and that's it. One button, and you take off. And, you know, so am I happy? No, but I signed on early. If I signed on after the game is released, I'd be like, oh, this is a simplistic flight model. Okay, I'm not really thrilled about it, but okay, I'm buying what's in front of me. And so I think some people need to take that attitude is if you came in super early access, of course, the things that you wanted, you put extra pressure on. You thought that's what you were going to get. And maybe even the devs thought that's where they were going to go. But as things change, you say, okay, that's not possible, or the community is really against that feature that I really wanted. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to go a different direction. And games can leave you behind, and that happens sometimes. And it's unfortunate, but it's natural. You know, Star Citizen for a big portion of it has left me behind. And part of it's my fault for buying early access. You know, whatever. It's not a lot of money to me. I don't really care. I didn't spend a ton of money on it. But, you know, it's understandable. You know, the game left me behind. You know, it became this behemoth that they could sell it to millions of people. And so because of that, they have to make it simpler and easier. They can't make it so that only a pilot could fly any of the craft. You know, I think they've oversimplified it, but, you know, they made it so that the average person can come in and play the game. You know, and so that bums me out, but they're not going to be able to, you know, keep enough dollars coming in if they don't do that. So yeah, hopefully they'll. Yeah, you can toggle the chat. For a long time you couldn't toggle the chat. That used to suck, was when you couldn't toggle the chat. But like I would like a lot of games to make it so that you can customize your UI. Like I would do like look at the game, look at Stormworks right now. You see I have very little UI. This is how I like it. I don't want a ton of UI. You know, and so for me, that's perfectly fine if I can tailor my UI how I want. And then somebody wants shit all over the screen, let them. The problem is when you get in a multiplayer environment, for example, in Tarkov, the only way I know how many bullets are in my mag is I do, what is it, Shift T? It's either Control T or Shift T. I just have muscle memory. And I actually, your character physically pulls the magazine out of the gun and looks at it, and then puts the magazine back in the gun. That's how you see how many bullets are left in your mag. You get a game like COD, or you get Battlefield, and it has a counter on the side. So you know, oh, I've got 5 bullets left, I need to reload my mag. The other thing they do is they do auto-consolidation. For example, BattleBit had it wasn't auto-consolidation, but it was consolidation. So what you did was, okay, I have 3 magazines. They have 10 rounds each. It will consolidate into one 30-round magazine. The way Tarkov works is if I want to consolidate my magazines, I have to go somewhere safe and where I can hide, and I pull the magazine out of my gun, and it takes me like 20 seconds to unload the bullets out of my magazine. Then I have to pull the other magazine out of my gun and then put those bullets in it to actually physically consolidate like you would in real life. You know, so it's a different system, you know. And I prefer that, frankly. And so in a multiplayer environment, you really can't have one person has 45 rounds on the side of their monitor telling them they have 45 shots left, and the other person has to actually, like, check it. So, you know, that's when you get in the point that in a multiplayer environment like that, you have to have a standardized system to a certain extent, you know. Yeah, they're fixing that with the new update in Tarkov. The new Tarkov recoil is coming up. So what they do is they call it like aim punch. So the first shot gives you a big kick, and then it will, like, in a lot of games, you actively, like, you know, okay, I have an AK, I need to pull down to the left. Tarkov doesn't do that. The first shot kicks like crazy, pretty much no matter what you have. And then after that, it will start to settle. So that gets you into bad metas, like, for example, full auto metas, where it's actually you will smooth out and become more accurate as you shoot longer, which doesn't make any sense. So they're actually revamping it, this wipe, which is coming up in a couple weeks. So that's actually going to change. Yep. All right, we'll see you later there, Zachy. Thanks for hanging out, Zachy. All right, so let's see what we got here for missions. All right, we have good cash now. We have 130 grand, so that is nice to see. We can actually buy some shite. Let's go. I'm going to start by teleporting here and seeing if the tanker is full. So there's the W50. Let's see. All right, W50 is full. We're good to go here. Let's go dump this in the bench. So I'm using the W50 as a generator here. I've got it revved up. Let's get getting. I got my sounds way up when I was testing the engine, so. What is that up there? Buffalo. It's a big buffalo. I would really like to see some sort of interaction with the animals in the future. It wouldn't surprise me. I don't think it was just a whim that they put all these animals in. I don't think it was a whim they put in the fish. I think it's I think the fishing update will be one of the majors. That would be my guess. You know, people have been asking for it. I don't think it's enough for a DLC, but you know, having that, I would love to see some sort of interaction with the animals. You know, I'm not big. I don't want to go shoot the animals myself, but you know, I'm not opposed if other people want that. But you know, some sort of animal interaction would be cool. Like domesticating animals could be easy. Like we already have the mechanics for dogs where if you have, you know, you have the dog, right? The dog will follow you, the dog will pick you up, the dog won't attack you. You know, you can do something simple where you know, kind of almost the Minecraft-esque where if you have an item in your hand, they come over and they eat it. They eat it 3 times, kind of like Ark does that. And now it's essentially turns the fox into a dog. You know, the only reason I bring that up is somebody was asking for fox taming the other day. How loud is this truck IRL? I think Xora said it was actually, they're loud as shit. So. Or Owl. I forget who said it. Maybe Owl. They gotta be loud. I've heard them. Watched YouTubes with the W50 in them, and they're loud. You know, they have small motors, so you have to rev them out to get any power out of them. Yeah, that's a lot of weight. That's was it 13,000 liters in there? That's a lot of mass. Alright, let's go ahead and dump this in here. So slowly getting that refinery emptied. There we go. What did I grab? Jet. Okay, let's get out of here with some jet. Where are we at here? Plano. Okay. Grab the Jet A pallet. I need to put the spawner in here. Okay. Grab Jet A and we'll move it up to the military base. I want to buy that, so once we get that up there, I will buy that base. So. Okay. All right, here we go. Let's get out of here. So this is the plane featured in this week's weekly update. That people were like, that's a recycled picture. It's like from a week ago, dude. Relax. Oh my god, you had to see the same build twice in a week. Stick it up your ass. Let me turn the sounds down. I gotta put a headset on this seat. Get all my audio levels screwed up here. V1, rotate. Positive rate gears coming up. Laps coming up. I didn't turn the landing light on, so we don't need to shut it back off. I don't have a logo light yet. I need to put a logo light in there for the AWK, for the great AWK. Alright, so we got the cleaners out there. I don't know what's up with these. I haven't been having that fluid issue there until recently, so. I'm looking for the cleaner. The cleaner is out here. I don't see it though. Let's quickly. I don't want to screw it. Oh, see, look at the ground. It looks like we're dropping liquid on the ground. See it down there, the trail. But if you look, we're not losing any liquid. You know, and it's coming out of the hip tanks. So, all right, let's see. Military base is radio frequency of 600 for the ADF. Let's put that in there. So about 7 minutes. We'll bring the power back a little bit here. We'll bring the prop back. Let's put it that way. We're actually not bringing the power back. We're bringing the prop back. The power is staying up. The power is the manifold pressure. No, I have not bought the military yet. So we'll buy it when we get up there. Need a little bit of more cash. So we'll go around max speed to get up there. So was a 030 heading. We need to actually go a little bit toward the north here. 030 bearing 2. I'd love to have proper VOR. I just, you know, that'd be a lot of lure work to get a VOR in there. I know Jan had done it at one point. No, I think somebody was saying they actually used to hear the W50s go down the road and they're loud IRL. Yeah. So I'm not sure who. Yeah, I definitely don't have any W50s around me. I think probably the closest place to me that has W50s is Poland. Thousands of miles away. Where is this rescue? Let's fly over the rescue right here. It's over there to the right. I'm not rescuing you, dude. I've got other things to do. I've got cash money dollar bills to make here, son. About 13 grand of jet fuel in here. Checking the temps. All right, temps coming up. We're going to go ahead and we're going to watch this. I still need to index that gauge before Basilicious sees it. I have just yet to do it yet. Pretty sure where my top speed is. We'll do a VNE probably of 200 knots. You know, IRL, you're going to have your VNE is going to be a little bit faster than your normal max horizontal speed. The reason is if you go on a dive, you don't want to overspeed the airplane. So. All right, 029, so we're a couple degrees off. That's not a big deal. We'll be there in 3.6 minutes. We'll remain VFR, so we need to stay about 100 feet below this cloud. Don't need to stay VFR, but we're going to. Alright, watching temps here. The cooling won't, the radiator fans won't come on until we hit, well, the pumps won't either, until we hit 100 degrees, so. Wait for 100 degrees, we'll see what it does. Make sure it levels out. If it doesn't level out, I'll just pull the, increase the prop pitch a little bit. Yeah, so I'll just increase the prop pitch a little bit. That's something I would expect to do IRL, is you would have to pull the power back IRL. You know, you don't, large airplanes, you're not revving them out the entire time. You will burn an engine up IRL, and it's not worth the wear and tear. You generally run at max efficiency at all times. So, as you can see, we lost, what's that, 13 knots? 13 knots, and we cut our RPM quite a bit down, probably 500 RPM we cut off there. So, lose a lot of fuel burn for not much speed loss. So, definitely something worth doing. Going by Harrison there. You know, I'm trying to think what they might do for majors. You know, they said they're highly requested features from the community. I think that means something. Again, I'm not a huge fan of hype. I think hype's a bunch of bullshit. People should not hype themselves up or others. But you know, it would surprise me if fishing was on the docket. It doesn't surprise me it hasn't come yet. You know, it's you know, some of these things are going to take a long time for them to work on. You know, and so you figure space, whether you like it or not, takes a lot of time to work on. Pressure took a lot of time to work on, still being worked on. It's a good testament to how much work pressure was that it's taking this long just to balance it, you know. And so that's kind of a testament to, yeah, it's a big change. And I'm glad they did it. Again, you know, I think overall it could lead to some really cool things. And even if it didn't, the stuff that I've already built, I think, is very rewarding for that. And I'm glad it's in. Just like the submarine, I'm loving the submarine. I can build realistic ballast tanks now. That's really cool. And so I think, you know, it wouldn't surprise me if fishing's coming. That would be cool. I think a lot of people would be happy with that. I don't think it's enough for a DLC. Not that they're doing another DLC, but the, you know, I think that would be another one. Sales, I could see sales. You know, but they said they might come back, and that was only a couple months ago, so maybe, you know, I doubt that would be the first one, because they said they might come back a couple months ago, and I would think it's more likely they're trying to get fishing out the door to keep people happy. Just from a PR standpoint, they pissed some people off with the instability of the game recently, and so coming out with a crowd pleaser like that, some of the miners, like, there's a bunch of parts that people have been asking for a long time. If they threw at us, I think that would help keep people happy, you know? I think that's going to be one of their things there. They seem to be reasonably receptive now as they're trying to make up for what they did with having an unstable release. And they deserve credit for trying. Oh, shit, let's check this real quick. Okay, we're good. We're losing temp. You know, that's fine. I wanted to make sure 100% we're losing temp there. You know, so it wouldn't surprise me if they focus on some, one, still getting the fixes out. You know, they said that's their main concern right now, which makes sense. And that when they do give us some parts and stuff, you know, they could easily throw us a couple window pieces and they put a smile on people's faces. Oh, you know, like, instead of a 45 window, give me a 22.5 degree window. Beautiful. You know, a 1x1, essentially tilted window. What are they, 3x1 tilts now? Maybe even like a 2x1. So, you know, let's say it's a 3 tall window and it only takes up 2 across. That would be fan-frickin-tastic. Something like that would be a good crowd pleaser, and wouldn't surprise me if that was some of the minor updates. But I am curious what other major updates they come in with, you know. I can see sales as one, but, you know, I don't know what else, you know, major-wise would come in. I don't think ice breaking is coming. You know, I talked about ice breaking, and you know, they had the ice flows. That was on the poll. They had the ice flows, and the multiplayer community complained that they were getting too much lag. And so, you know, if your multiplayer community is telling you there's too much lag in the game, one way to get rid of that is to reduce some of the free-floating objects out there, like the icebergs, and so that could make it where, you know, could it come back as a single-player thing? But the problem is, you know, people will still, they'll load it up on the multiplayer and then they'll complain that it's laggy. So you kind of have to keep that in mind. As you know, you have to keep that in mind of what they want to do. I bounce there. Normally I go around, but I'm not gonna waste the time. All right, we're gonna buy this base. I think we have enough money. Yeah, we've got plenty of money. So we have 13,000 on our back. No, it's a military base. We're gonna buy it though. There's the refueling plane. IRL, you actually do have to rev up pretty high to get an airplane moving like this, especially if it's heavy, because you have that low blade pitch. All right, let's go ahead and I'm gonna let's shut down. I don't want to accidentally break this. We're gonna do the dangerous holy shit out of here. Ah, hate it. I hate it. We used to have to stand right next to the spinning propeller when I was a flight instructor to like check the oil, because we'd have the student go out there, fire the plane up, we'd check the oil with the propeller going right next to us. It's not in the Arctic. It's the snow is for the holiday season. So, that's bought. All right, there we go. I'm just going to taxi it in. I'm not going to worry about, I'm not going to bring the tug out. I could bring the tug out. Let's bring the tug out. Screw it. Parking brake's coming off. Bring the tug in. We'll tug that sucker right in here. I'll try the small electric tug maybe. You know what we'll do? We'll unload that first, I think. Let's grab the tug and let's grab the trailer. I was going to just use the pump, but since we bought the base, but I did make this thing. I might as well use it. I did do some edits to this off screen. I increased the diameter of the tires, so that should help a little bit. The thing that I wish everybody would do is lower their build and not drop it on the frickin' ground. Let me make sure I don't have any, yep, that's all good. All right, engine overheating could have stayed on. I had it off now that the heating is fixed, so. All right, let's jump. Might need to go get a rope here. I don't think I have one attached anywhere. I might have one inside. I don't think I do, though. All right, let's get that. Let's see where we're at. No ropes in there. Okay, I gotta go grab a rope. Let's see if I can back this up. This is a very short trailer. These are a bitch to back up IRL as well. Shorter the trailer, the quicker they will make a change in direction. So when you back up a really long trailer, it's really easy. The shorter the trailer, the quicker it wants to jackknife on you. So it's a lot easier to back like a 53-foot trailer than a 28, you know. Okay. Go grab a rope. This base, this is a little weird, this hangar, because like the spawn area is right there. You can't put it in the middle, it won't despawn. You gotta put it in the end. If you look here, it's all the way down this end is where it spawns, so you kind of have to be careful that when you're trying to despawn stuff. All right, there we go. Let's go ahead and we will load that up. We'll take it slow this time. Try not to flip this bad, Johnson. All right, there we go. Click on this bed and get that going. All right, lock the pallet. Oh, come on, quickly. Get it. There you go. There you go, guy. All right, nice. Let's go ahead and put that on. I like these little airport service vehicles like this. You know, this was something that, you know, they forced us to deal with fuel now. I certainly understand, like I was even torn to a certain extent. I understand people's complaints that they don't want to be forced to, for example, have to do their own fuel, but it used to be an option, and I used to never click the option, even though like I really enjoy it now, and I've thought about clicking the option. And I didn't really start using it until I got forced to do it. And now, you know, because we're kind of forced to deal with our own fuel, um, you know, now I do things like build little vehicles to move pallets around and everything else, and I find it kind of nice. So it gives me something that I have to do, which sometimes is, you know, the mother of invention is necessity, you know. Just doing that, so hopefully the two wedges kind of stop each other a little bit. I don't think they will, but. All right, when in doubt, as Clarkson would say, power. All right, there we go. How about the musica? Let's get that musica going. I think I killed it when it actually stopped. All right, good. Let's fix that up. So I like this little trailer. This is, you know, this works pretty well for how simple it is and how potentially holy crap it is. It actually works pretty damn well. I'm going to do this really quick. This is going to take me 100 years if I don't do this. All right, we'll reattach it there. I have to increase the winch speed. I keep meaning to do it, and I keep friggin' forgetting. I don't want it too much because that could have it shoot up real fast. So I don't want it too much, but like something even this tiny and small works pretty damn well, you know? There we go. Yeah, you can imagine if that winch was going too fast, that might cause this to freak out, where it sucks waiting a little bit, but it does make it so that, like, I don't have to worry about it freaking out. All right, there we go. Let's get this over there. I'm just going to save it really quick. I'll save it as the backup. In case the inevitable happens, I can always just roll it. Actually, we'll do, what's today's date? 15/15. Save that. All right, good. Let's get out of here. So it has a little bit lower center of gravity. Wheels are a little bit bigger, so hopefully what happened last time was it dug in. You can see it has a little bit of a gap now. It has a better gap. Be nice if these wheels weren't digging in as much as they are now. But, you know, I don't know what the deal is with that and how you would fix that. So, what are we doing now? Built the crane. Currently just brought in a load of fuel. Bought military base, which is a big moneymaker for us. We have something like another, I don't know, at least 30,000 liters sitting in the refinery. You know, and that's at $6, so that's 180,000 sitting in that refinery. My goal is to get that refinery emptied so I can bring in the one from the tutorial series, and I want to update that and get updated versions out to everybody if they so desire it. Right, I'm kind of finding a line of where I have to go. It's like it's hitting right there. So I'm going to power this. It's powering all right. So I'm trying to think if I goosenecked it a little bit, that would be better. Let's go up a little bit in it. There we go. There we go. Just raised it up a hair and it cleared it fine. So as I raise that, this is what you do IRL, is you'd actually kind of change your angle by lifting your... That's how you do it with certain trailers like slide axles and goosenecks. You actually lift the gooseneck. It's really low profile, so it's kind of draggy. Yeah, piss off. Piss off. I do have vehicle damage on, so if I bang around too much... If I put it back down, you'll notice it picks that rear axle up. So at some point, I do have to kind of put it back down to get that drive axle back on the ground. But, you know, for what it is and how quickly and easily this came together and how it drags on the ground, it still works pretty damn well. You know, if I had despawned this, it would have been in these pumps right here, and I can use my pumping cart, but I figured it'd be fun to actually take it down. All right, let's shut the electricity off so we don't have any potential, oh no, it doesn't work anymore. Pump is going to be on. There we go, pumping. Check our dinero. All right, there goes our dinero, so that's good. That's about 13 grand sitting right there. Let me see. We'll read some of this chat here. Yep, military base, no, got added a couple weeks ago that somebody in the comments thought was terrible. Yeah, thank you there, Sharp Spoonful. Yeah, it was a fun little build. I love these little things. These little things are such a challenge. And it's, you know, what did it take me, an hour to get this thing done? And it was like, you know, that's kind of nice. Sometimes, you know, after you built your 10th boat that took you like 100 hours, you're like, something simple. Something simple would really just wet my whistle right now. You know, and so I like making these little things every once in a while. It's kind of fun. Thank you, Xorus, as well. Do I XML edit tires to deal with weight difference? Generally, I just do it for grip, and I'll do... I will... yeah, just pretty much do it for grip. Nothing on this is XML'd. I haven't XML'd this. You know, it might benefit a little bit on this one to do the trailer, but I haven't really bothered. You know, I just take it slow on this one. Things like my tractor trailers, they get XML grip, so they behave right, so the trailer doesn't slide, the trailer stays in line. That the motor and the transmission behaves properly, that it has, you know, realistic grip. When I'm doing construction vehicles, because they have a lower wheel count, like often they'll only have 4 wheels, but they'll be big wheels. I'll usually grip them up to like 5s, so they have more realistic grip to like a construction vehicle. You know, the construction vehicles IRL they'll lower the pressure in their tires, so they have more grip. So can't do a lot of that in game and actually have it work correctly, so just do it with the XML on that. Do you have a delay of several seconds when you use a remote to manipulate the arm for fuel? I'm not sure. I never use the arm for fuel. I always just use hoses. Yeah, that's the thing, is I love the small builds are always fun because it's a challenge. You know, you have to get the microcontrollers in there. You have to... you know, for example, I have a couple builds that are 1-cylinder modulars. Those are a lot of fun because it's hard to get a 1-cylinder module to have enough power to do anything. Like my mini trucks, I think a 2-cylinder module. You know, so you really have to get the transmission just right to be able to make that get a reasonable speed. You know, stuff like that's a lot of fun just because it's, you know, it can be a real challenge to try to get them in. You know, building something like, you know, you build a huge airplane, it's a piece of cake to hide all your microcontrollers. You build a tiny little ultralight, like my ultralight, I had to do a ton of XML to get the microcontrollers hidden. But it's kind of fun. Like the ultralight, I couldn't put a gyro in. So the ultralight has no gyro, so it had to be really stable by itself because there's going to be no gyro in there. You know, so stuff like that is a good limitation. It's a good little challenge to give yourself. I'm going to go hit the head real quick, guys. I'll be right back. Alright, let's see where we are. We're probably pretty close to being empty here. Yep, about 480. We're almost done. What is that? I'm trying to see. Let's see if we get any... we're a little bit low in cash now. I'm looking for crates. Not that I'm going over there for crates, but... I haven't seen any here. There could be some in the tower or something. But now that we own this too, we can do some missions here. You know, some things they could add, just some quality of life stuff. For example, is like this military base. It has a dock. The ability to spawn something there would be nice, right? Have a spawn area here, even if you had to buy the spawn area here separately, or they just adjust the price. But that would be cool. You know, have the airport and the dock. I'd like to see them. There's a little house right here and a dock. Give us a small beginner base size right here and let us buy this little house. That'd be kind of fun. Stuff like that I think would be kind of cool. Oh, that's the refueling plane that's been hanging around. Let's see if we can find it. Let's see what direction it is. It is just to the west. Where's that? Of course, it's like noon. It's got to be west. West, 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 west. It's got to be west. No, it's not west. West is over here. West is over here somewhere. Let's see. Where is it? I don't see it. Somewhere. It should be around here somewhere. Could be up in the clouds. I don't see it. All right, 200 liters left. So good bit of cash off this. We get 13 a pop. If I really need or want cash, the Albatross takes 4 of those. It takes 4 of those, what do you call them, pallets. So we can do 4 pallets. If I did the Albatross, that would be getting me into the territory where I want to buy or want to make a forklift. So I have been wanting to make a forklift, but that small plane, I just can't move it. It has to be too tall. Yeah, Alexander Bigsby's talking about, you know, past hour has been making the way back after loading up the refinery and super chill watching. You know, that's the kind of gameplay I like sometimes. You know, I like some, you know, and that's one of the things I like about this game a lot is, you know, I wanted to do something a little bit more interactive, especially like if you guys are watching, it kind of sucks. I'm just tooling a boat, you know, up to the Arctic. But, you know, like, I wanted something a little bit more active after building for a while, so I flew the airplane. You know, that airplane is not going to have an autopilot because I want to have to hand fly it. And you can see it's easy to hand fly. Even in IFR weather, I can easily hand fly that all the way up to where it's going. And so that's more interactive. Sometimes, for example, like, you know, if I need to do the dishes, doing a tow mission is great. You know, you take the boat out, you hook up, you put it on autopilot, you let it go, and you go do the dishes, you clean the house a little bit. You know, there's this saying that annoys me sometimes when people talk about like these type of like work simulator games is, you know, if you have to do something else in the game to essentially like if you have to do essentially like if you have to bring up like a YouTube or a video or watch something, it's bad gameplay, and it's not. You know, it's not for everybody, but like, how many people come home and play American Truck Simulator and listen to, you know, YouTube, or they put on Netflix or something, and they watch their favorite show while they chill out and drive a truck around? There's a reason why, like, you know, I was a truck driver for a lot of years. There's a reason why it's a nice, relaxing profession. Like, I listen to so many podcasts, so many books on tape. It's very relaxing. As you're driving, especially if it's late at night, there's no cars around. It's super relaxing. It's super chill. And that's, you know, what a lot of people are looking for is, you know, if I'm looking for a super chill time, you know, throw the boat on, throw it on autopilot, just kind of hang back, watch a couple YouTubes. Like, I go on Tarkov and I sell all the crap out of my stash while I'm doing it. You know, sometimes that downtime allows you to actually play games. That's what some of those people don't get is, you know, for example, I used to do this in Farming Sim all the time. I'd put on course play, and I would set up course play, and I would let it automatically harvest the field or plow the field, and that would allow me to go out and say clean up the yard, right? If I didn't have that type of game, like Escape from Tarkov, I constantly have to be active and at the computer. I cannot watch a video because sound is so important. So I really have to be 100% engaged the entire time. And the problem with that is you can't do anything else. So if you need to do some chores around the house, you can't play Tarkov. You know, a game like this, if I want to do some chores around the house and I also want to play Stormworks, I'll hook up a boat and I'll go do some boat mission, you know. And that's, you know, that allows me to have that little bit of downtime where I can both play and also enjoy the game, you know. Here we go. That was a good bit of cash on that. We're down, but we're still good. You know, it's one thing you kind of got to be careful of is don't spend every penny you have. It's never a good idea. Keep some cash because, you know, you get into a bad situation where you break something, or if you need to like load up. For example, I was thinking of doing some coal mining. My coal miner is very expensive. It's like 96 grand to get my scraper out. And so like right now I can't scrape if I wanted to make some money with coal. You know, so you got to make sure you have a little bit of cash so that you can have a revenue source if need be, you know. Yeehaw, come on. I might raise that. I'll probably raise that up one block maybe. I don't know. I can always raise it. Yeehaw. Oh, you sucker. You did it, didn't you? Do I get out the crane to lift this up? No, I don't. You suck. That is pretty friggin' heavy. It's not that heavy, that pallet, but I can't lift it myself. One thing I was thinking of doing was there's an IFA with a crane on the back. I was thinking of making that crane because that's really simple. There we go. You son of a bitch. You son of a bitch. Don't go off the edge. Come on, you. Come on, you. Yeehaw. Come on, let's get in there. Watch it bounce right into the plane and blow everything up. All my cash, all my sweet cash goes down the drain. Turns into a very expensive mission. There we go. Right. All right, now we should be able to get this plane in. Let's see if I can grab this off. The behavior is a little bit different with the new update, so I'm gonna grab probably the other tug, and okay, let me take it. Perfect. So that actually, because that was part that spawned, let me take the whole thing. So we've got 71 grand cash hanging out, so we have plenty of cash to go still do missions and stuff, which is nice. Yep, nothing abnormal's happening. You know, for example, like if you looked at, let me find it. Let's see, 54-foot container trailer. Like, it's very hard to roll a container trailer. It looks like it should be super top heavy, but like I've never had a trailer like really angle very hard at all. I've never had one lean in at all, ever. Like, you can take a turn pretty damn fast, and the trailer will sit perfectly flat. That's just the normal physics of the thing. You know, it's the mass is pushing straight down. It doesn't have as much tipping force as you would think necessarily. You know, it seems like it would be very top heavy. It's not. Like, you know, you had trailers. I talked about the hanging meat trailers. Like, they used to tip over all the time back in the day. Because back in the day, they would hang the meat from the roof, and so then it would tilt. It would tip with the trailer, and it would tip the trailer over. Now, if you stack the meat from the floor, center of gravity is still low enough. It's not gonna. The trailer's not gonna tip unless you go really fast around that corner. You know. But yeah, a little bit different on that of like the physics of how that works. But again, you know, you can complain about it or just play. You know, I choose to play. Let's see what we want to do here. We could sleep here, and let's get a mission from here. I don't want to go down south and do that mission that we just randomly flew over. Make sure no clip's off. It is off. Everything else is on. Okay, good. Gotta find where it's over here. I gotta go find a bed. I don't think there's a bed in here. No. You know, I wouldn't mind some hunger mechanics, but, you know, again, I think a lot of that stuff would be good from a checkbox. Where, you know, you want it, you can check it. You don't want it, you don't have it, you know. Let's go sit in here. Oh, hello there, sir, madam, whatever. I've been overriding the time and the weather presently just because I don't want any night missions at the moment. Blue boat service ocean. Okay, let's see. All right, so what is this? This requires that's $2 grand. Are they joshing me? That's not enough money for me to go fart around with. We're not doing that for $2 grand. Some of us have standards here. I'd go do it if I could spawn a boat here, but I would have to put the boat on a crane or on a trailer and get it in the water. And that becomes a pain in the ass that I don't want to deal with at the moment. All right, over here somewhere. See, we're getting the duplication error still. You see, we have hospital boat, hospital boat, hospital boat. Looks like these are the refueling plane, refueling plane, refueling plane. So, still getting that bug, which is sucky because that probably used up a bunch of resources. All right, speedster and request, $7 grand. That's not bad money. We can do that. All right, so there's a present. Excuse me, madame. Zang. Making money already, people. All right, let's get that going. You got any more cash just hanging around? Wouldn't mind taking some of these military contracts you got sitting here. People can't have health care, but they can have these military contracts. Uh-oh, I must have just used up all the military contracts. All right, so let's see. What do I want to take? Night Owl could be cool. Chickadee. Maybe Night Owl. I don't think I have any jet fuel left in this base. I think I just sold it all, so might not have enough jet fuel to be running Night Owl. Let's see. What do we got here? I didn't look, but let's look at the map really quick. We'll see how much fuel we have. We have 1900 diesel. We got plenty of diesel. We could go run a diesel. Yeah, we could do that. We do. Katie did. Yeah, Katie did. Chickadee. Let's take Katie out. I haven't taken Katie out in a while. There's the did. I think we'll take the did. What is this? Repair. Is that this one? Do I if I have a torch, we could stop that one and grab $2 grand and quickly, but I don't know if I have a repair torch. I do. Okay. Let's go to the rescue first. We'll do it on the way back because I don't want to. People need not die because I've chosen to go make $2 grand on being Dr. Mechanic here. Let's see. If I'm in the submarine, I'll do the underwater exploration. So I've passed a couple in the submarine. Yeah, that's something to do with that submarine as well. I need to finish that up for Big Man's challenge. Let me actually bring the date up for that challenge. I've got time, but it's a couple days left. It's pretty much done. I might add something. I may not. I haven't decided yet. I'm kind of just not feeling like working on that at the moment. So it's yeah, I gotta finish it up though. I got 2 days, 5 hours, so I can finish it up tomorrow. Let's finish up tomorrow, and that will get me done and dusted for that, and I can put it in for the challenge. That will be on the workshop. That's the nice thing about doing some of the challenges. It kind of forced me to get things in the workshop. I don't mind putting things in the workshop. It's just like, do I ever get anything done? And that's usually the answer is no. All right, what's my altitude is going to be, I don't know. Let's do 250 at the moment. Number lock, come on. 250, there we go. All right, let's do altitude hold. All right, let's go ahead and we'll go heading bearing when we get moving here. Oh, I need to fix the yaw p-value on this. Up there's one of the million refueling planes we got going over us now. There were 2 over there at one point. And this one, he's behind the post. This happens IRL. You get him behind the pedestal, and you have to roll your wing like this to see them. That's the other thing that bugs me with Star Citizen is every friggin' creation Star Citizen has to have a bubble canopy. It's like, ugh. Give me a proper glass. Like, I don't mind if you have some bubble canopies. Be my guest, but don't make them all like that way. Some people act as though you slap their mother if they're not all bubble canopies. All right, let's go. All right, so I got the location of this. Let's put it in. All right, let's go ahead, and we're going to go heading hold's fine. Altitude hold is fine. Station keeping, that's going to bring us right over the top of the rescue, theoretically. Did I put it in? Oh, I didn't put it in. That's why. I didn't put it in. Let's actually put it in there, and then it will get on. All right, so it's going to bring us station keeping. It'll bring us right over the top of him. We're going to need fire gear. Let's go ahead. We'll do strobes. Now beacon. All right, let's go ahead, and we will get... I guarantee if I don't bring a defibrillator, we're going to need it, but we'll start with that. We'll go ahead and we'll open up the danger door here. I gotta stop moving before I try to bring that all the way up. Okay. Grab the harness, you dickhead. Oh, he's gonna try to make me fall in the hole, aren't you? All right, it's gonna stabilize here. What's my heading here? All right, let's get rid of heading bearing. Let's put it on heading hold and let this finish getting on target. All right, there we go. We're going to get on target now. I can get in the back. Grab a seat that's further away, please. I don't want to fall in this frickin' hole. All right, there we go. Harness. All right, let's go down. All right, where are you at there? I should have lowered us. We're at 250 feet. I'm not going to be able to make it up. I forgot to lower the altitude. I got to get down. We're too high. I'm never going to be able to get up there. Right. Let's get this fixed. Where are we at here? Altitude. Let's go down to, I don't know, 35 feet. It's fine. A little bit of poop there, Exorus, when you do a rescue like this. Oh my God! Look at that accuracy! Look at that accuracy, son. It's like one of my biggest pet peeves, like seeing the rudder not behind the propeller. It's like, oh, do you want a system that just would not work in real life? Is that what you're looking for, people? Like, if you don't have that rudder right behind that engine, you're not doing anything. You're not turning at all. It's like often you'll try to turn without power, you get nothing. Thanks. This dude was blocking me from putting the fire out. Get out of the way, you dickhead. Tire headboard's a dick. He's gonna catch this asshole on fire over here. Gotta deal with him. The public relations part of this job I'm not great at here. There we go. Okay, good. You jackass. I was almost going to be able to get out of here without doing the defibrillator. At least I can swap it out now. That's the issue is, for those who don't know, the player's body will block the water. So you got to get them the hell out of the way before it will actually, before you can put the fire out sometimes. I'm gonna hit this dude with this door for his sins. There we go. Get in there! Get in there! Alright, defib. I'm gonna put this jack away. You eat another one of these, you scoundrel, you. Okay. Alright, we'll grab this other jackalope here and we'll get them away. You know, I understand people would like more varied missions and stuff, but it's like, you know, a lot of this can be, you know, come up with some of your own ideas on what to do in your play session. You know, so many people are just like, the missions are repetitive, and I get it. You know, it'd be great if there were some more cool, in-depth, multi-stage missions, stuff like that. But, you know, I think there's plenty to do if you start, like, you know, drill some oil. You know, go mine some stuff. You know, buy some bases, build some bases. You know, build some you know, don't just always do the easiest thing every time. Try to do multi-stage like I did with, you know, you built a little tug and a trailer to move your fuel when you could have just despawned it and pumped it right in. You know, I've seen a bunch of posts of people like, oh, it's cool, look, you can take this hose and you can drag it from this side of the base to the other and get infinite money. It's like, well, at that point, why don't you just, you know, turn on infinite money? You know, part of the challenge is what makes it rewarding to do is, you know, it's a little bit challenging, it's a little bit difficult, you know? Use some different vehicles. Don't use the same vehicle over and over and over again. For those who don't build, try building something, you know? It's a good way to get rid of some boredom if you have such boredom. Right, let's go ahead and we will start to accelerato. I don't like being this low with station keeping on, moving me fast. Let's go up to 150 feet. Right, I'm just going to help it a little bit, and we'll get the power in. All right, there we go. Let's go. Let's see, cockpit lights. What do we got? Transponders there. Take off station keeping. That's why we were crooked with station keeping. It's trying to roll us to get us to move towards the, you know, it's that southwest. We got a helicopter landing at beginner base. That could be another disaster. Let me see. I don't know where he went. Did he crash? Oh, there he is. He's right there. How didn't his rotor blades? I have no clue. That's pretty tight up there. Oh no, snowman. There's a snowman up there. That's what it is. I saw a helicopter. I don't know what happened to it. All right, autopilot's coming off. We're gonna let the pilot fly instead of relying on the autopilot. All right. Again, more engaging. You're getting bored? Fly it yourself. Stuff like that. You know? Every time, try to land on the H. Try to align with the H. Do little things like that. Like, that was something we used to do flying all the time is, you know, put it exactly on the landing bars. Make the landing as smooth and as soft as possible. Like, little things like that keep you engaged. You know, with driving tractor trailers, like, try to put the trailer on door without any pull-ups, you know? Stuff like that is all cool stuff that, you know, it makes it interesting even if you've done it a million times. Put on ground idle. It's actually shut down. All right, hello there, elf. Yeah. Oh, yeah. All right, get out of the way. Get out of the way. Get in there. Excuse me, sir. Madam, whatever you are. The front propeller located it. That's quite treacherous. Yeah, I don't like management. Throw them right in the friggin' ocean. Be eaten by all manner of creature, crustaceous or not. Stay there, son. Let's see. What do we got here? I'm looking for crates. Probably end up after that, I'm thinking. Oh, there we go. There's a little bit of money. There's some right there, too. It is the Christmas season. There we go. 8,000 cash. So this is good for cash, you know. But I think when some people get bored, they need to get out of their comfort zone, do something different, find a different way to play. You know, sometimes you find it's not for you, sometimes you do, you know. And then you find your niche and what you like doing, and things change where, like, you know, I get a hair across my ass to mine for a little while, and you mine, okay, sick of mining, let's go do something else, you know. There's the did. Let's take a picture with the did, and then I think we'll thank the members and we'll get out of here. That was a fun episode. Got a bunch done. The crane is coming along nicely. Unfortunately, we seem like we often need that crane, so that was something I definitely felt we needed to make, and got some good inspiration for that from some people making their own cranes, so I wanted to build one. Snow is a little bit bright, but I can fix that if I so desire. All right, let's bring up the old memberage here. All right, so special thanks to the members here. We got Side Mountain, Connor Boyle, Danny, Sergeant, Chaos, Aaron Repairs All, FS Gamer, Citrus, and Erasmus. If you guys are interested in becoming a member, it's down in the description below. Thank you to Chicken Store for being a patron. If you're interested in that, it is down in the description below. Merch is also there if you like merch for the Christmas season. Let's see what else we got. We got today's the last day to vote for the Build Challenge Hotel for the community favorite. So please go ahead and vote for which one you would like to see as the community favorite. That will be featured in one of the Career Build Series videos. I will use it for a container run. So thank you guys for watching. If you have yet subscribed, please consider subscribing. Please like the video. That helps me out. I appreciate that. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.